happy Halloween, 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 happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Oh, yeah. All right, for everybody at home, sing it out. Here we go.
Happy Halloween, 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 happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Silver Shamrock.
For you craving something scary?
Boom! Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Stannis, again, my friend. Wonderful job. Love the music video. Thank you.
Thanks, Steven.
And you know what the best part is, man? Maybe our cherry on top is I haven't got a single clear copyright claim on these streams yet. So,
Great.
boom, it's working. And we found a way to do it.
We may have to get the studio copy then.
Exactly. That's right. Oh, that's fun. What a fun. I've been stopping in and I've been starting every stream with that since Thursday night.
Yeah?
Every stream. Absolutely. And I'm so glad you're on the stream tonight. In fact, so guys, I'm going to say hi to my guests right up front. So first of all, I want to welcome Brandon from I Like Scary right here. That's right. In the house. What's up, man?
It is up, yeah.
All right. And then Jack, of course. Jack Stannis. You guys know Jack. He's back. Jack is back. It's been 2 months. He is back on the panel.
Over 60 days. Over
seriously,
60 days. Yep.
60-day withdrawal.
I promise I'm not counting.
Exactly. So, guys, if you've had your Jack withdrawals, you've come to the right place tonight. He's gonna be hanging out with us for a good long time tonight as we dive in to spoiler breakdown. I put it in the subject of the stream and the thumbnail, but just so you guys all know, just in case, this is a spoiler discussion. We're not gonna hold back on details and plot points or any of that stuff. All right, we're just gonna tell it like it is, how we feel it is anyway, and have a good time while we're here. And I see we've got 30 people already to start the stream off. That's amazing. And one thing I would ask you all to do, if you have not done so yet, right from the beginning, if you could smash the thumbs up button right now, it's going to help this stream get out to more new people. YouTube does a strange thing with the algorithm for live streams. It does not send this out to non-subscribers until after, I think it's like 10 to 30 minutes. I don't think anyone really knows for sure. But after we reach that mark, you're going to see usually the stream counts get higher because the algorithm is pushing it out to new people, non-subscribers, guys. So if you would hit the thumbs up button, what that's going to do is it's going to help when that time period is up. It's going to tell the algorithm, hey, this is a live stream that people are engaging with and they're liking it, and it will actually send it to more people. So you just kind of pull the curtain back so you understand some of the behind the scenes stuff as content creators that all Jack and Brandon and I have to work with and navigate that stuff. So it's a huge help. If you want to help us out, that will do it right now. All right. So real quick, guys, in the chat, I want to say thank you to all of you. Lee, I see L Barbers here, says, I'm ready and waiting. I really need to pick me up today. Well, you know what, L? We're going to do our best here on this panel tonight to do that for you and hope you have a good evening. And also make sure you subscribe to I Like Scary and Jack Stannis. Also, I'll say that throughout the night. And I'm sure Katie, our moderator, will be, who's moderating tonight. She will also be putting links up as the stream goes. And so please do show them love and appreciation. And their content's great. You're going to love it. And Jack's got a couple of channels. He's got this and the Powerful Planet Allies, which is another
documentary
great
channel.
Yeah, and it's doing well. Real quick before we start Halloween talk, tell us, Jack, about your sites.
So if you just type in my first and last name, Jack Stannis, that's my movie channel, which I haven't been as active on lately, but I am going to make a comeback very soon, as Steven and I were talking backstage about some possible streams and stuff. But my other channel, which I have been focusing the last 2 months on, is my plant documentary channel. For those of you who know me, know I'm a huge plant guy and a nature guy, and I'm currently in school for wildlife conservation, so I've been using my film skills that I had developed over the years to make little docu-vlogs on plants and plant identification, nature and stuff. So if you like that stuff, head on over there. If not, that's okay. I won't be offended. But just in case you do, it's Powerful Plant Allies.
Yes. And Brandon, yeah, you guys do that. Seriously, it's really fascinating. I was watching him. What's the word? Foliar? What is it?
Foliage?
Foliage? Oh, gosh. You can tell, obviously. But I saw you hunting mushrooms, man. Okay? Let me say it that way. Jack was hunting mushrooms up there in like the mountains or something.
Oh, yeah. Bear country. In bear country. Yep.
It was really cool, man.
Thanks,
and, Jack's like, oh, this is this kind of mushroom and this is this one. And I'm like, oh, wow. It was interesting. I enjoyed watching it. So, yeah, guys, go check it out. It's a really cool, it's a breakaway. If you want to break from all the insanity of Halloween Ends, it's going on right now. And sometimes you need a break, let's be honest. Like, even if it's just for 20 minutes, you just need to step away. Go check out him hunting mushrooms. It's very interesting. It really is. And real quick,
peaceful.
It is very peaceful. And before we continue with Brandon to tell us about his channel, we have someone knocking at the door. So let's bring on another guest who is joining us. Mr. Brett James Bishop is back. Hey, Brett.
I was late that time with the thing.
Hey, it still looked great.
I'm always messing it up. Anyway.
Welcome, man.
Welcome. Thank you. How's everyone?
Great.
There's Jack. He's my favorite.
Yeah.
Jack is back.
It's been a while.
It's been a
while.
Jack is back.
Oh yeah.
Craven's on those moods. Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna write a song for you, Steven. Every time I come on the stream, you're gonna play it. That's gonna be it.
If
Jack
you throw me
is
something
back.
like Jack is back and have the cannons going.
Okay. All right.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Everyone can have a 30-second theme song.
Yes. Let's do it.
Oh gosh. Oh, and real quick, I just got to say, Jason Dyer's in the house. What's up, Jason? Jason says, finally, Scream 6 and Friday the 13th talk. Jason, I know Jason's getting tired of Halloween Ends. I understand, but it's opening weekend, so that's why I stressed it to tonight. But I do promise I'm going to be sprinkling in other stuff, so don't worry. You guys, my Scream fans are being very patient out there.
Count me in for that Friday the 13th talk. Count me in for that.
Heck yeah. And Jason, I have to tell you, my friend, if you're still here, I have a very special clip for Super Chats tonight. And I have you specifically in mind for it, my friend. So just want to let you know. All right, Brandon, real quick, man, tell the folks about your channel and what you do over there.
Well, I just, I do speculations. I cover, upcoming horror news. I do unboxings and everything. But it's about to be the season for me to do, filming locations. Got a few things that I have planned. Halloween Ends. And it's life-size prop season for me. So if you guys want to see some cool stuff, life-size props, as you see, starting to come. So it's about to get crazy. So that's all I have so far.
Awesome.
Dude, that's incredible start. And you know what I'm waiting for, man.
Yeah.
Working on a full-size. Tell the people, man. Come on.
I'll be doing a full-size posable ghost face movie action.
Full size, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Posable.
Yes. It's gonna be amazing. I'm just so excited to see it. And so, Katie, you're so awesome, Katie. Thank you. Katie's already putting links in the chat, so you'll know where to go. Click these links, guys, and show these folks some love. And I see we got Danny here as well. And I see everyone in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. And if you're new here tonight, I hope you have a great time. Kick back, hang out. It's a great community. It's a place that I promised you that no matter if you love this movie, and a lot of people do. I've talked to several that really love the movie. I think that's awesome. If you don't really like the movie, that's fine too. And if you're in the middle, which is kind of where I'm at, then that's okay as well. Because you know what? They're just opinions. They're just opinions, perspectives, and that's all right. Like we can all, on this panel, we can all view this movie differently tonight. And we're not going to like each other less. We're not.
That's what makes it fun. That's what
it
makes
does.
it fun.
It makes it fun. I mean, we're not going to be sitting here trying to win arguments and pick silly fights. It's stupid. Look, at the end of the day, what matters is people.
Sure.
That's what matters, right? Opinions are opinions, and they vary by the dozen. So let's have a fun time. Not only on the panel, we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna model how you interact with folks who don't agree with you. In case we don't, I don't even know because I haven't talked to them yet about it. But if that happens, you know what? We're gonna love each other just the same, and the same for you in the chat. Let's have a very kind. Let's set the example for the community of how we can interact with one another, whether we agree or not on specific things. Thank you, Catherine. It is a great lineup. Appreciate that. And we still have Night Watch coming too, so it's going to be he'll be rounding out the panel tonight. It's going to be awesome. But it is a great panel.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I just wanted to get that out there real quick, and that's right, Polar. Just opinions. We're going to keep the chat clean, and just in case anyone's unclear on what I mean by that, I want to just play you really quickly here the code of conduct.
Oh, I don't think I've seen this.
Okay, well, if I still have it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, Jack, well, here we go. So for anyone who hasn't seen this and who's new on the stream, this is the code of conduct for the channel. Here we go.
Sup, dog? My name is Ronnie. What's your name? Don't talk to me, you airhead. Stop! What's wrong with this scene? Don't forget golden rule number 3. RESPECT. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. It's that simple. We take rude behavior very seriously. Be respectful to everyone on... Do you kiss your mother with that mouth? We expect everyone to be appropriate and uplifting to others.
Yo, don't even trip, dog. Well,
yeah. There you go, baby. Don't even trip, dog.
No tripping.
That's great.
No tripping.
I'm tripping after that. But...
Yeah.
Eric reminds us, what's up, Eric from Smells Like Teen Horror? Keep repeating to yourself, it's just a movie. It's just a movie.
It's only
You
a
ruined
movie.
my
It's
childhood.
only a movie. It's only a movie.
And that was the tagline from anybody?
Say it. Who wants to say it?
Who wants to say it? Who knows it? Who else knows it?
No, yeah.
Me?
Jack,
Me?
go ahead. Tell the folks. I know what it
Last
is.
House on the Left. 1972.
Wes Craven's first feature film. That was the tagline of the marketing and the posters and stuff.
It's only I can actually hear it's so ingrained in my mind that I can hear that echoing throughout my head right now.
Because they chant it in the promotion of it. They
Yeah.
chant it. It's only a movie. It was kind of that was creepy too, just the way that it sounds.
Oh my god. It was brilliant.
Anyway,
Brilliant.
It was great. All right, guys. Well, listen, everyone, hello. I really appreciate you being here. Again, This is one of those nights that we are not in a hurry. We're going to hang back. We're going to kick back with you guys, and we're going to talk until we're either voices are gone, or we're out of ideas, or you guys are all gone. One of those things are going to happen. So
Voices first, yeah.
we'll see what happens first.
We never run out of ideas.
That's true.
Yep.
That is very true.
Yep.
Especially with this panel, man. This is
Or
a big panel
we
here.
just spontaneously watch a movie at 2 a.m. without planning it.
That's true too. 2:45 a.m. We decided to watch X. I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning before we started it. It was
Oh,
ridiculous.
it was great. It was great though, Stephen. What a
it
great
was.
time.
I don't regret it at all.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So man, listen. Let's do this. Let's because I know Knight's coming too, and I want to make sure we get all of his input. So I don't want to I want to be sensitive to like repeating topics.
Yeah.
Right. So I want to be kind of sensitive to that.
So let's talk
So-
some Scream.
So let's talk. Dude, don't get me started on that.
Stu
man.
Mocker. Stew
Bro,
train,
that's how
baby. Stew train, baby.
Well, listen, I will tell you something that makes me so happy. So I've shared with you, and I'll give you just a little bit of personal information here. So those of you, I think you have probably heard it, but if you haven't, my daughter, I just introduced her to Scream. Finally, I felt she was at the point that she could handle it and watch it. So we watched it together. We watched all 5 movies.
Wow.
Oh.
First we started with the TV series.
Oh,
We
wow.
watched the TV series first. That was her choice. I said, okay. So we watched all of season 1, all of season 2 together. We got through half of season 3, and she says, Dad, I said, yeah. She says, can you just tell me what happens? I don't really care about watching any more of this. I'm like, wow. So I told her the ending.
Neither did the network. They just threw it on for 2 nights, and they were like,
Yeah.
Seriously, 2 nights in a row.
whatever
Yeah.
it was.
It was, that's what it was. It was 2 nights, 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we started the movies up, and I'm like, oh, please like
Oh.
this movie. And when she absolutely loved Scream 1, she's like,
Wow.
now she's calling it a masterpiece to her friends. She's got, because now what she's doing is
Love
Oh.
it.
she's watched all these movies, and yeah, and my daughter never really was one to like to watch movies. She just, for whatever reason, she liked to watch the series. Well, the other day I knew it was a hit because the day after we watched all of them, she came knocking on my door, and she's like, "Hey," she says, how do I get the DVD sound?" I'm like, and I told her what to do. I said, "Why? What are you watching?" She said, "I put Scream in." I'm like, on her own. I wasn't even in the room, and she's wanting to watch it.
She's gonna start a channel, Stephen. You watch out.
Oh,
She'll be
please.
competing with you.
I will be helping that girl.
Oh.
Girl, we're
I
gonna go.
love
We're
it.
gonna get your
Heck
channel
yeah.
up quickly. And so the great thing is, she is now on. We're now on Scream 3 rewatch,
Oh, wow.
and she's seen Scream 5 3 times now.
Wow.
She really loves Scream 5, and she loves Amber. And I said, honey, that's okay. That's all
Yes,
right. That you
that's
love
okay.
Amber.
It was
That's
going
nothing wrong
too
with that.
well. You knew
I said,
something was going to happen. It's going too well.
it had to be right. But I was like, look, I said, now she's my least favorite character, but I said that's okay. Go. I'm glad you love her. I'm glad you
Yeah.
like the show, and so
Oh, yeah.
all she's talking about now is just rewatching Scream. So I've been a happy father for
That's
a
amazing.
week
Oh,
now
I'm so
because-
happy for you.
Yeah.
And I've shown her Valentine. I've shown her Urban Legend. She loved those. I have a
Wow.
slasher fan, another slasher fan.
That's
and
beautiful.
I just can't. I tell you.
That's awesome.
And and I know that's great. It's like if there's a really gory kill or something, I'll look over at it and she'll have this like
Oh,
this
no.
smile, like this is cool. Like I'm like,
Hey,
yes.
I just went and saw Smile today, and that's how they do that in that movie. So you just creep me
Oh.
out.
Oh yeah,
I'm
it's
kidding,
freaky. Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
wait to
should-
see that, bro.
It was really good.
I
Get her own channel, the little Craven Something Scary Jr.
there you go. There you go.
Like Nick
That's
Jr.
right.
You know.
We've had a killer horror season in the last 6 months, from Scream, the Black Phone, Smile, the Barbarian one,
Yeah.
and now Halloween Ends. It's like I feel like I haven't seen a year like that in so long.
No, absolutely, and I think
True.
all 5 opened at #1.
Yes, yeah,
Yes,
Or 6
crazy.
of them,
Yes.
5 or 6
Yes.
of them.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
the one dude, who's the guy in Scream? What's his
Oh,
name?
Nope. How
Kyle?
can I forget about Nope? Nope.
Yeah,
yeah.
Nope.
Kyle Gallner. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in 2 of them. So there you go.
Yep.
That's awesome. Polar says Craven is the goat of horror, creating the perfect environment to geek out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Polar,
Literally,
I'm
yep.
glad
Why
you
we're
feel that way.
here.
Yep.
That's so cool. Yeah, horror is back, Polar. You're right, and Jack. Horror feels like
You should
it's
just
back.
get yourself a goat costume for Halloween, a Halloween
Oh my
stream.
gosh.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
Yep.
when Scream came out in '96, did we know we were in a new revolution of horror at that time? I wonder if this is happening again.
I'm
Like,
curious.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we just don't know it. We're in a golden age. And, don't
And
know
it's
it
the
yet.
obscure horror
Mm-hmm.
too that's making a huge comeback. Like between Nope, the Barbarian, and it's just like it's like bizarre but great. I love it.
Well,
love it.
A24's got all of their weird kind
Well,
of horror vibe.
Malignant was a great example of that. Like, what a
Malignant.
film that was! Oh my gosh!
Speaking of Malignant, guys, earlier today, when I was talking about movies with my daughter, I've got to show her, and she told me, she says, "Malignant." I'm like, I don't know how she even knows about it. I
Yeah.
said, yeah, my favorite horror movie of last year. We're gonna watch Malignant. You better believe
Yeah.
it. Anyway, sorry, I'll talk with my
Wow.
daughter now. I'm just having such fun with her.
No, that's great to hear.
Good. I
That's so
love it.
great.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
And you know what else is fun? Having all of you amazing Cravenites there being channel members. You guys, I always want to take a moment and say how much I appreciate all of you who are supporting this channel every single month and being so faithful. And all these anniversaries coming up, 6 months, 8-month anniversaries, 3-month anniversaries. You guys you're supporting it, but you're staying. You're not leaving. You're staying. And that means so much to me. And I have to give you guys a special props right now and thanks. And I want to put you in the spotlight for just a second before we get into this topic tonight of Halloween Ends, because you guys really make a huge difference every single month. And I want to tell you how grateful I am for you. So real quickly, I want your names to be out in front now so everyone can know that you're a Cravenite. So here we go.
Wow.
Awesome. Thank you guys. All of you are so amazing, and I really appreciate you all.
How many title cards
Love
did
it.
you start with when we started getting Cravenites?
One. I mean, I
Okay,
basically
so
was
it's
just
one. That's
just
fine.
one.
But
And
look
I
at
had
that now.
Yeah, I know. I
amazing.
actually wonder if I have that first one. I was archiving them all, and my first slide had like all the levels on one slide. I think
Oh, okay.
it was
Okay,
like one
yeah.
name, two names,
Oh.
one name, and it's very humbling to me every time someone else becomes a member and they renew and the number and I keep adding names, and it's like
Yeah.
this is very tremendously humbling, and I'm so grateful because it
Awesome.
tells me that you guys really appreciate and you enjoy the environment that's going on here, because that it just means the world. And you guys know as creators too. I know Brandon, you have members too, and
Yeah.
you know, it's just it really does. It's very validating and it's very humbling. So
Yeah.
appreciate all you guys that are supporting the channel. And if you have not become a member yet, while we're talking about it, you can smash the join button. It's right next
Yeah.
to subscribe. You can literally do it while we're on the stream, and I'll get a notification, and I can give you an awesome special greeting that I save for channel members only. And it would make me so happy to thank you in real time, like right now. It would just be awesome. So if you're considering it, Brett, you're a member here of the channel. You know what it's about, right?
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is hit that button, pick your level, and you're in. You're a
Yeah.
Cravenite.
There you
So,
are.
just
And
like that.
sometimes if you're not live, you might get a Instagram message from him saying, "Thank you so much. I just saw that." Because I did mine at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, no,
Like, outside of a stream. So
that is a good point. You're right.
you might. I'm not saying you will. I'm saying you might.
No, yeah. I try to. I really do try. Madden says, "I'm here, Craven," shouting for you. Glad you're here. And guys, real quick, also Jason Dyer coming in hot with a $10 super chat to get us started tonight.
So
Thank
it
you
begins.
so much, Jason. It does begin. And also, guys, I do have 3 guests now, plus 1 coming as 4, and plus me is 5. So actually, that's a lot of people. So I say all that to say, I think my math is right. So if again, I always say this: I'm married an accountant, so I would never have to worry about numbers. Okay, it's
That's
not my
so
thing.
smart.
I'm not a numbers. I'm not a numbers person. I'm a creative person.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
anyway, reason I bring it up is we're going to be talking a lot, and we're going to be really involved in stuff. So we'll try to get to as many of your comments, questions as possible. I always try to, but if you want it moved to the front of the line, you want to make sure that this amazing panel tonight gets to review what you're sending and comment on it. Just send it in as a super chat. I'll get notified, and you'll go to the front of the line. That's my promise, and it helps out the channel as well. All right, Jason just did that for $10. Thank you, my friend. Here we go, guys. Myers. Hey, guys. Hold on. Must lubricate the vocal cords. There we go.
It's important.
It's very important. All right. Hey, guys. Did you see Ends? Art the Clown. Sorry, I was too busy starring in my own movie and killing it. Jason. Unfortunately, bro, you let him take your mask. Not cool. Love this panel.
That's hilarious.
Jason, you're all right, as Knight would say. I'll say that is so great, man. It's so creative. And I have to say, you're not wrong. I can't even say like, oh, it's like, that's what makes jokes funny, is because they are grounded in truth. So, Jason, that's awesome, my friend. What a way to start us off. Let me see here.
Oh, I'm so mad at Jack right now.
Oh.
I'm so mad at him.
I took a quick little like promotional story shot of like boom on there, and Brett's like eyes are closed, like,
oh no.
So I just showed him. I said, a little heads up next time, so I can at least smile. Because I would share that to my story, but I look ridiculous. Wait, maybe
that's what we did to Steven that one time. Remember when he froze?
Man, you
that's
guys.
different. Because that was amazing.
Oh no. Was it though? Was it though?
Steven, you have
Sorry,
the most epic freeze faces, Steven. They really do.
I know, you guys. It's like every time my screen freezes, someone grabs a screen capture.
Someone.
Yeah.
Someone. And like,
there we go. All right, what were you doing? Everybody smile. Ready? Everybody in the chat smile too. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, good.
I didn't
Good.
pretend I did
Good.
it.
Oh
There we
man.
go.
All right.
Sweet.
So Jason, you know what, man? I promised you a super chat clip, and this is, man, I have to say, every time I watch Halloween Ends, I've seen it 6 times. Every time I see this scene, I think of Jason Dyer. It's just I can't help it. So Jason, for your super chat, I'll play 2 clips because this one's kind of short, but I got to start with this one. Let me take down the comments so everybody can see it well. 1 second. 1 second. Okay.
I'm so glad
Wow.
I did that to get that.
You got it, dude. I bounced off. It was an alley. You threw it up. I took it down. All right.
That was tennis, not a hit. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. That's okay. I'm a football guy anyway. What do I know?
Oh,
I caught the pass you threw. Scored a touchdown. We're being silly, guys, because we're having fun.
keep this
All right.
up. That's the way to do
I
it.
know. Seriously. Here we go. Jason Dyer, for your super chat, my friend. There's only one. And all I got to say, no one can don the hat like Sheriff Barker.
This is not how it works.
It is tonight.
Boom! Slam it, baby. It is tonight. That's how it works around here tonight, folks. Sheriff's got it.
Did he have like 10 lines in total over the past 3 movies?
Well, he had 1 line in this movie.
It is tonight.
Yeah, at least he had that.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah.
Jack, oh God, I'll be easy. Look, I fixed it.
Oh, that's perfect.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, guys. And before we dive in now, one more clip for Jason, because that was a $10 super chat. But Jason, that was for you. I'm seriously thinking of you every time that scene comes on, and I hope you enjoyed that. I've got Sheriff Barker here all night, so I can bring him out anytime. And if anyone says this is not how you should do things, I'll remind them it is tonight. All right.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Until then, here's a very important question you need to ask yourself at all time. Where are your underpants?
Where's my underpants? Where's my underpants? Where's my underpants? Where's my underpants? Where's my underpants? Where did my underpants go? Where's my underpants?
Important question to always be aware of.
Is that the first time you
What?
showed? When was the first time you showed that one?
I just broke that one out a couple
You
days
did.
ago, like on the channel.
Oh man.
I love when the thing falls in the background. That's my
I
favorite.
know
part.
the
yeah,
banner
yeah.
falls. And listen, I got lots more of the Moose Band. I've got several of her clips. Thanks, Brett, for sending me that master. Brett found that reunion.
I found the
show.
new. I found both of them, but dude,
Yes.
The Moose
Erica.
Band. I don't
Yeah.
know what the Moose Band is.
No,
It's
it
been that long.
It wasn't Eric. Sorry, it was a Carbonite, right?
I think so. It was
That's on
Carbon.
the
You and
t-shirt.
Carbonite have been pulling those for
And
me.
I was like, I can't be outdone. I'll find a new one.
You
last
did.
time I was here, you guys were still playing the Bobos.
Oh yeah, I've got the Bobos on standby.
Do you
but the
really
Moose-
still?
I still have them, but the Moose Band are kind of working in with the spicy mustard. So now, and because they have another song called "Taste the Biscuit."
Oh,
So yeah, so as the super chats come in, we're gonna taste biscuit, chicken wings, honey
Nice.
sauce. Oh, it's gonna be all good stuff coming. So keep them coming, guys. And speaking of keeping them coming, look here, Jason's coming in saying for the $2 super chat, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Jason. I knew
That's funny.
you would appreciate Sheriff Barker tonight, and he's going to be on there for a while. So much appreciated, Jason. And you know what? Let's hit it one more time.
This is not how it works.
It is tonight.
Such authority. I love it. Such command.
Yay!
Yay.
Wow.
Wow. And Jason said a nice thing here too. He said, this channel is awesome. I would do anything for this channel. Jason, thank you, man. That's really, really appreciate it.
Yep.
And Katie, and I mean Polar mentioned something here I noticed too. Caught my eye earlier, and she said, can I also recommend the merch store? I got a compliment on my Cult of Craven cup today. Ooh.
Oh wow, cool.
Excellent.
nice.
Yes, I have an entire line, guys, of Cult of Craven merch. So if you haven't checked it out, please do. And look at Katie. You guys are You guys are killing it tonight. There it is. There's the link directly to the store. Check it out. Lots of stuff there. And appreciate you all very, very much. And we have another super chat coming in, $10 from Hollywood Guy. Thank you so much, man. This is a wonderful way to start the stream. I might be the only one, but if Carpenter makes another Halloween, he needs to make it himself. But if he hands the reins to others, they will butcher it. You know, here's my thought, and I want to get your guys' thoughts too. I would absolutely be on cloud 9, 10, 11. I don't even have the right word describing how I would feel. Amazingness if we got an announcement, let's say a year from now, that John Carpenter has decided he wants to make one more. He's getting up in years. Not saying wishing anything on him or anything like that. I'm just saying he's not a young fella anymore, like all of us. Well, not you guys are still young, but like I used to be either. And so I'm just saying, what if he says, you know what? I want to make another one. I'm going to write it and I'm going to direct it. And we're going to have a new Carpenter Halloween coming in 2025 or 2024.
I just saw the thing screening at my theater the other day here, and it blew me to bits. I mean, I had seen that movie so many times, but seeing it in the big screen, just like I know a few of you guys got to see Halloween 78, right? I saw it right before 18. They had a double screening back on Long Island, and that was outstanding as well. Like, gosh, dude, like blew me. It was like on my bucket list of movies to see in the theaters for so long. And when I finally got to see it, it was just so rewarding. So absolutely take my money. Take my money.
Me too.
That's like Craven. That's like Wes Craven coming back and directing a Scream 6. You know, like, guys, I'm still here. Here's the Scream 6. I would melt to have that opportunity. You know.
I don't even think I can sleep anymore.
While he's still here, while Carpenter's still here, you know what I mean? Let's hope. Let's hope.
That's what I'm thinking. Brandon, what are your thoughts, man? You are I mean, I know Halloween is your number one franchise. I know Brett's got strong feelings too. He's making a movie about it, but
maybe
you know. So we'll get to Brett in a second. But Brandon, tell me, how would you feel about this if Carpenter? I know we're in Fantasyland, guys, but we can go there. That's what we have the right to do. That we can do that. So let's pretend the announcement came out. What would you think?
I'll be in the middle about it. I'll be excited, but I'll kind of be in the middle because you know his original idea was to do an anthology series. He didn't want to stick with Michael Myers.
True.
So it'll kind of make me nervous to see him come back today and try to go take a Halloween on, because we might get something that we're not used to, like. Halloween ends. You don't know. I think if he came back, it wouldn't be like 78 or 2018. I think it'll be a little different. But I mean, I'll be for it though. It's John Carpenter.
Right.
Yeah,
so let's pretend. I'm going to take our pretend time for a little bit longer. Let's pretend that he says he wants to come back and revisit The Shape for one more movie, where he actually announces he's bringing back Myers. Then how would you feel? Would you be nervous that it was going to be, because we're going to be comparing it to 78, or would you be more nervous or excited?
I'll be excited because John Carpenter, he's like on a boat of the mythology of Michael. You can't kill the boogeyman, the shape of evil. He, the man of nature and all that, force of nature and all that. So I'll have faith in him, because why wouldn't you? You see how he looks at Michael Myers. So I'll have faith in him. I know he'll do a good job. He did 78, so
right. Yeah. It's his creation. It's like when Craven came back in 94 and did A New Nightmare. That, you know what? He can do anything the heck he wants, because that's his character. That's his he is the author of Freddy Krueger. So yeah, Brett, tell me, man, what do you think, man, if that was ever to be announced? Like, how would you feel?
Of course. Huge. Elated. Floaty. I don't know. I just keep saying words. No, but it would be absolutely huge. But I'm probably where Brandon's at too. It's like, what's it going to be about that hasn't been covered already? So it's going to be like, I mean, that would be my first. I'd be excited and totally happy about it. But then I would be like, well, what's it going to be? You know, we can't just erase more sequels and start over. So,
well, yeah, you can.
Well, you can, but
They've
is
erased
that
a lot of
ideal?
sequels.
Is that ideal?
I mean, they've erased the Thorn trilogy. They've
That's
erased
the
the
point.
zombie movies.
That's the point. That's the point. Is they already have erased all those. So
True.
which ones do you erase now? And anyway, so, yeah.
That's
No, I
why I'd
know.
love to see him do a sequel to The Thing. Like, I'd love to see him come back and do that. Like, how epic would that be? But I know exactly what you're saying, Brett. Like, it's like, we could erase it, but it's still in the mass consciousness, you know?
It is. You can't get rid of it.
Well,
No.
I mean, just anything, even if it's outside of Halloween, if we heard that John Carpenter was coming back to direct anything, I think would be cause for a party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A
Heck
watch
yeah.
party. in
Yes.
fact.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Even if
yeah.
it wasn't Halloween, if it was just a
Yeah,
horror,
for
any
something.
horror movie, like just anything, he's John Carpenter's back.
Big Trouble in Little China too. Go ahead. I don't care.
Hey man, let's
Whatever
go.
it is.
I would be down.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
All right. So Hollywood guy, let's play Hollywood guy a super chat clip. Super chips are optional.
What makes
You
them
know,
sticker?
We do have Taste the Biscuit. Have you guys seen Taste the Biscuit?
I
Yeah.
I haven't.
Jack hasn't
Do
seen
it.
it yet. All right. So let me just show you the first clip of the Moose Band that kind of started it all
Mhm.
with Taste the Biscuit. Here we
Yeah.
go. Get ready.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Oh yeah.
Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Get
Whoa. There's
There you are.
more where that came from as well.
Oh my god.
So thank you, Hollywood guy, for the generous super chat. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, if there's another Halloween, and the last thing he mentioned, if they hands the reins to others, they'll butcher it. I mean, you know, I suspect the next Halloween movie will be, if it's not an anthology, I think the anthologies, this is something we could talk about, but I think it's higher of the chance right now that Myers comes back, but a new Myers, a
Yes.
nice 21-year-old, fresh shape,
Yeah.
fresh protagonist, nobody we've ever, all new characters all the way around. That's what I think, personally.
Kind of like what they did with Hellraiser a little bit, you know? Like just a
Yes.
reboot, just a new reboot.
a
That's it.
reboot, not trying to remake 78, just a reboot. Period. A reboot. You're gonna do your own story. It's not gonna be like 78. It's gonna be a whole new story. I personally, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that we'll get that for the next one?
think
Brett, I'll
so.
start with you, Brett. Then I'll go to Jack.
Okay, sorry.
Jack, let's start with you, buddy. Go ahead.
Wait your
No,
turn,
it's okay.
Jack.
It's okay.
I like how you're like, don't remake the 78, do something fresh when that's exactly what I'm doing. I was like, oh, there's a segue.
I mean, it's a segue. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying.
No, it's all good. Yeah, absolutely. If we can get a brand new story and whatnot, great. That's a great idea. Just a different timeline, different universe of it would be awesome. Of course, yeah. Get them going, and maybe and you could actually kind of play with Michael too. You can kind of play with the mythology a little bit, and you know, don't humanize him by any means, but yeah,
please.
But you could, there's a lot you could really do. And if anyone does it, even Carpenter, because you know there's always gonna be sequels, have them planned out beforehand of exactly what you want to do.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say.
Yes.
Now
100%.
Jack can go, I guess.
Jack, you're up, my friend.
I copy and paste your answer.
That's what I do.
Yep. Yeah. There we go.
Hey man,
Yep.
when you
I
get a
agree.
great take, I do that too. I'm like, you know what?
That's it. That's it.
That guy just said
Yeah.
it. I don't need to say it. He said
Better not wasting time to reiterate the same thing.
know,
That was
I'm-
perfect.
I'm usually always last on these things, and I find that it happens all the time. Like
Oh,
everyone else
no.
is so brilliant, and they'll say everything, and then they get to me, and I'm like, yeah.
it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you guys said it.
And Craven's like, why do I bring him on here?
Yeah.
It
like,
doesn't
why am
add anything. It's like, because they've already said everything. That's perfect.
Yep.
That's funny.
It's fun though.
All right, Brandon. What say you, man? What do you think?
I think personally that directors are going to be scared to pick that up or reboot or remake regardless because it's big shoes to fill. I personally think we could possibly get something like a prequel to 78. or like continuance of Halloween 4, because Danielle Harris is making it real known that, hey,
I know.
you got to give me my flowers too. So I can see like some type of company hitting her up like, hey, Danielle, we want to make you the final girl.
Yeah.
How about that? And then you kind of just go off of 4 and abandon 5. Just go off of 4. Yes. And, you know, I think, and you keep Rachel alive.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Yes.
Yeah. I love, you know, the character of Rachel. And, you know, kind of go off of her trauma, too, like Lori. Kind of, you know, you know how that ended in Halloween 4, the scissors attack. She didn't get charged because she was a minor.
Yeah. Kind of swept that under the rug or whatever.
That's their only choice after. You know, that's their only choice.
Yeah. I like that. Also, guys, you guys are being so generous tonight. I really appreciate this, guys. More super chats are coming in. Bye Polar with a $10 super chat.
Bye-bye.
So generous. Thank you. Yeah. Bye Polar. I don't know where that came from, but there you go.
I don't care.
Nice vibrato there. That was good, Stephen.
Thank you. I threw a little bit in at the end.
The more we've been encouraging him with his voice, the more he's been singing lately. So I love it. Let's keep it going. Pretty soon,
my mom,
you and Jack could do a duet.
We can totally do something together.
I don't know why that hasn't happened yet.
It's David singing, man.
They'll be asking Stephen and I to do a rendition of Red Right Hand for Scream 7's credits.
Or the biscuit. Or the biscuit.
We could do that too. Yeah, man. We should do a Red Right Hand for Jake. We could totally do that. Harmonize on it and everything.
There you go.
Yeah. My mom told me when she was alive, she was a brilliant vocal teacher. Did it for years.
Oh.
She was a natural soprano. She went, she was incredible. And so she used to always tell me, it's like vibrato is an amazing thing, but you got to know how to use it. Don't overuse it.
And when to use it, yeah.
Yes, and I never will forget her talking about that. So I always remember that. Anytime I sing, I'm like, I gotta be careful there. Throw it out every now and then, but it's gotta be in the right spot.
And make sure you have that big mouth, right?
And the big mouth, you gotta open up wide. I'm serious. The pronunciation is all about opening the mouth and open, not mush mouthing it. Yep. All right, if I say any more, I'll start charging for lessons because that's what my mom thought.
I was just trying to cue the one video and the inside joke about you talking about how big the guy's mouth was.
Yeah, well, okay.
I tried to pull that.
I remember that.
That's true. But let's see what Polar has to say. Polar coming in with their $10 super chat. Polar, thank you so much. Sweet. I give in a 6.5 out of 10. All right, no hate. But Michael is a tank, and he was taken down by a Prius. That's an interesting way to say it. Yep. Nope. Then he does his iconic sit-up, and I just cracked up. Lay your blank down. You need a nap after that. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it, guys. But I will just say this. That's the one scene of all the scenes in the movie. That's the one that's the one I just cannot get around it. I just can't accept it. If that scene was removed, it would be a lot better. I just can't. Every time it comes on, I'm just like, no.
Which one is that? Wait,
that's when he walks in the sewer. It's when Corey goes in the sewer.
Oh my gosh!
And punks Michael Myers down to get his mask. I'm like,
you're just a silly man in a mask.
You're just a man with a mask.
Yeah, something like that.
No. I hear you, Polar, but 6.5 out of 10. That's not bad. It's close to mine. I'm a 5 out of 10. So I'm going to be in I'm right in the middle. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I think it's all right. There's actually worse Halloween sequels in my opinion, but we'll get there. Sneak peeking you guys how I feel. Polar, you know what? Polar loves the mustard, and look at this yellow. Look at this yellow super chat. That's like,
oh, that's perfect.
That's mustard, man.
That's getting me hungry.
Yeah, it's mustard yellow. So here we go. It's time to get the spicy out. So everyone, get ready to sing along. If you've been on the community here for a while, you know what's coming. And I know you guys keep telling me you love the hot dog. So I'm going to give you the hot dog. Here it comes. Let it rip.
Do you feel the hunger tonight?
Unmute, guys. Sing along.
I wanna be a hot dog. Be a hot dog tonight. I'm a hot dog. If you wanna take a bite. If you wanna
remember that one now. You had it on my last stream. I think you had just introduced it at that point.
I think so.
Like 2 months ago, yep.
Brett, can you say you reached out to him to get the hot dog guy?
Okay, so I bought some merch from him, like I bought a shirt, and he was on a live stream, so I didn't like reach out for him. But anyway, so on TikTok, and so I just wrote a comment and I said, "Hey, I just got your merch. You should check out the hot dog clip or something." I mentioned Craven because I always plug his channel anywhere I can.
Thank you, buddy.
It's true. And then he goes, and all he read was, "Oh, you got some merch. Thanks." And then went to the next thing. I was like, okay, never mind. It was a good try.
He's like a big TikToker.
Yeah, he's like older and he has like a beard and stuff now, so he doesn't do that anymore. But he actually goes on comedy tours and stuff now.
What is his name?
He was actually in I'll find it for you. He was actually in Utah like 2 months before I even found that clip, the hot dog clip.
Is that an old video? That's old? Is that like from the Vine days?
No. It's just a few years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Basically, he started doing videos during the pandemic.
Okay.
You know, but most of them are they're not like that.
He got in the hot dog costume.
I got the hot dog costume, and I have the wig.
The pandemic made him get in the hot dog costume.
So, Brett, we got to coordinate sometime for one of these streams again where you can have the hot dog costume ready.
Yeah.
And
you had a hot dog costume?
I got the one.
What?
I got the exact one. I had to cut it in half though because it's really like snug. So when you watch that first clip, I don't know if you can pause it. Can you pause the video as you do it? Okay, but next time, everybody, when you watch it, his hands are, I can't do it because the sticker's from it anyway. His hands are straight down to his sides because that hot dog costume is so tight. And so I'm like, if I'm on a stream, I can't get that on and off fast enough. So I cut it in half. And then I got the wig.
He got the wig, and look, he looked amazing. It was hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, that
I
was
just showed up one day. You should have heard Knight's reaction. It was pretty funny.
I think Knight was in tears. I think that's one of the times Knight had to go off camera because he couldn't stop laughing.
Because I had like the wig like fly off just randomly too. Yeah. Always keep them surprised.
You guys are amazing. Real quick, I have a couple of super chats more to get to. Thank you guys. You're being so generous with your super chats tonight. Really helps out. Paula says, well, she says thank you, but before that, Paula says, love the movie. Just got to the chat. Well, welcome, Paula. Glad you are here. And welcome to the community. I hope you'll stick around. This is a friendly place to be, and everyone's welcome. And it's a place where we encourage one another. We don't tear each other down. So if you like that kind of environment, you're in the right place.
Yeah.
And we're glad you're here.
Happiest cult on earth.
Thank you, Brett. Yes. All right. And the bearded one is here as well. The other bearded one.
Eric.
Eric.
Eric's here. Holy crap. It's Jack Stannis. Miss you, buddy. Great seeing
I
everyone
miss that
tonight.
guy. I miss that guy.
I know. I'm telling you, Jack, we have to get back to our slasher finale.
You know what? That's it. After this stream tonight, you make sure I get a date. All right, you make sure I do. Before I click off of here tonight, we need a date. So Eric, I'm going to reach out to you if you're still here. I'll reach out to you too. We got to get back to it. I'm ready.
We got 2 episodes to go, I think, or 2, right? I think it's 2.
2 episodes, and then we got Killer Clowns and Ginger Snaps.
Ginger Snaps.
Those are the 2 we have plans. Yes. Yeah, we're going to get back to it.
We're doing it, guys. And you know what? You know what else you gotta keep an eye out for out there is not just tasting the biscuit. You gotta watch out for them chicken wings.
Get your honey stuck on me. I don't like the way it mixes with my chicken wings. Get none of that honey sauce on me. Oh. I don't like the way it tastes on my chicken wings.
She is rocking.
Like I would love to have been a fly on the wall that day when they were filming that, you know, just like the background characters and everything. I love that kind of stuff. It's fascinating. Very fascinating.
It is.
Yes, Eric's still here. Good.
Yay.
We're gonna do it.
Eric is hanging out with us, checking it out. And also we have one more super chat, guys, but before we do that, I hear a knock at the door.
Awesome.
And I know who that is. Ladies and gentlemen, the final guest for our panel on this live stream. Please welcome the one and only, my friend, my brother from the collective, Mr. Knight from the Night Watch Zone. Welcome.
There he is. There's the man.
What's up, guys? What's
That's
up?
him. There we go.
Jack. Jack is here, man. What's up, Jack?
Dude, I haven't seen you in like 3 months, man.
I know.
I'm good.
man.
How are you? You doing good?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. I can't
I'm
complain.
glad. There we go. Yep.
There you go, man. Love it.
Nice.
So this is everybody, guys. Everyone is here.
We're
And,
here.
and as we're getting ready to start now to our Halloween talk, I just have one more super chat I want to get to that came in. And remember, guys, once we start talking, we will get to you with your super chats. We'll get right to it. Move to the front of the line. Like we're doing here for Katie with Popping the Popcorn, my amazing moderator tonight. Such an amazing panel. Y'all are such amazing people. I'm so lucky to know each of you. I love you, fellas. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you, Katie.
We love you too, Katie.
Exactly.
We feel the same. Promise you we feel the same. So incredible. And let's see here. For Katie's super chat clip, let's see here. There's I've played this before. But remember in Halloween Ends when we were introduced to the hobo? Little man that looks like a Santa Claus looking fella out there, and he's got his tent and his cart.
Yes.
And when I saw this clip, I said, you know what? It's meant to be. So in honor of the hobo who thinks he's Michael Myers, we find out.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and say, this is for you, buddy. This one is for you, Mr. Hobo.
I don't know why you think that I look like a hobo. I don't think I do, 'cause you know I'm not homeless. You know I'm not homeless.
Yeah. The Moose Band.
I feel like that's what they would sing. Not very convincing.
Oh, goodness. That's right. Tanisha's here, too. That's right. Good. Thank you, Tanisha, for being here, helping moderate.
Good to see you,
the chat.
Janisha.
Yep. Glad you're here, my friend. So, by the way, guys, for more super chats, I got lots more from the Moose Band. Believe it or not. You're going to love it. All right.
You got the greatest hits.
The greatest hits collection. And Jake challenged me the other day on Friday. He said, I dare you to get them on your channel for a live stream.
Oh,
I said, okay, I accept your dare. So this week I'm going to be reaching out, trying to find them on social. And I'm going to try to bring those two on the channel to play some live music for us.
Yeah, there you go.
Stay tuned.
Wow. Boy.
All right, guys, it's time to get into Halloween Ends again. And boy, where do we begin? So I haven't heard from Brandon or Jack or Brett, and so this is exciting stuff. So I'm going to do this right here. Knight, I'm going to make you, if I can do it. Knight and I are the bookends, because so we're going to hold it all together here. So so Brandon, I'm going to start with you, man. We're going to go right down in order. Tell us your thoughts going into the movie. And your thoughts. Oh, tell us first of all, how many times have you seen it, and then your thoughts going into it, and then your thoughts today, as of today, after you've seen it, how many times?
So, I've seen it 4 times. My thoughts going in, I kind of had the vibe it was going to be like 2018 in a way, mixed with like 78, kind of H2O, like those 3 movies kind of combined. But so it's weird. When I went in, I was invested. The moment, I got to open the scene, I was invested in it. And it was so weird. As I seen stuff through the movie, I was seeing things that I didn't like. But something was just keeping me attached to the movie. I don't know what it was. At first, I was thinking that it was the theater, the experience. I'm like, man, something is keeping me attached, but this is some cool, man. Like, especially, look, the scene that did me the worst, like, I swear I'm not lying, you guys. I was with the wife and a friend. The scene when Corey's doing a little walk through the sewers, like he's walking like that. You got something I want. I know he's not about to do it because I knew it was coming. Because I just knew. I speculated. I knew that he was going to do something up that road. He's like, got something I want. I'm like, he's talking about the mask. Oh my God. Michael, you better kill him. You better do him just like you did the. You better do it, and it was just like a back and forth little. I call it the little brother, big brother. They're going left, right. And he takes it, and I just got to see it was almost like I can just go through the screen and smack Rowan Campbell because I'm like, bro, but it's cemented. It's in history now. I can't do anything, but you guys might not agree with me, but I enjoyed it. 8 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
The reason I enjoyed it was because I accepted it. Because I came to the conclusion that at the end of the day, we get repetitive things with Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is not a Michael Myers movie, but it's the tale of Haddonfield, in my opinion. It's the tale, it's the story, it's the myth behind Michael Myers. This is what comes with him, obviously. And I just love Rowan Campbell, man. Corey Cunningham. Now, I don't want to go too long, but Corey Cunningham, man. I wasn't a fan of him with trailers. I was like, no, I'm not gonna be a fan of him. But I love him so much. You know, that's just my opinion. I really care for him, especially the scene where he's on the bridge and they get the theme kicking up and he's like going back and forth with Terry. He's standing up for the movie does a good job at making you want to love Corey and you want that revenge to happen. You want it to happen, you know. Only thing sucks for me is the Michael thing. You know, we all hate that. We don't get Michael, but I mean, he's in bad shape, you know. But it's just like this is the same guy that took down 11 firefighters. It's the same guy that took out a mob. You know, it just some things just doesn't make sense. It's in a boat with Season of the Witch for me. It's literally in the same boat as Season of the Witch. I don't watch Season of the Witch as much. When I do watch, I enjoy it. That's how Halloween Ends is for me. It's literally like the brother of Season of the Witch for me now. It's not with 2018. It's not what kills. In my opinion, the end for me was Halloween Kills. Michael just stepped in the window.
Well, I mean, I feel the same way with the duo movies of H2O and Resurrection. I've said here many times when H2O ends with the decapitation, it's over. There is no resurrection. There was no fake Michael in that particular movie. I always say that. Like in my mind, I turn it off and I'm like, he's done. She won. She got him in H2O. It's an interesting point. It's an interesting take here, Brandon, that you said there. And again, that's the scene I talked about earlier. The whole scene about, and we'll all talk. I'll give you guys all a chance here to mention it too. But yeah, I think we all have a problem, at least with that one scene.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish they could have found a way for him to get the mask without having to get it that way. Like, I don't know what it would have been.
Well, if they shot it a little bit differently, it would have been a little bit more. You could have digested it better, you know. The way they shot it,
that still frame, that single frame shot, it was bizarre.
I knew it was going to happen. I swear, I knew it. I've been talking about it for months because at the end of the day, Michael's not going to just say no. He's taking it. He's taking it some way, shape, or form. He's going to take it.
Well, Brandon, when you were on my stream last, we did a preview a while back, and I remember us talking about it. And you remember you kept saying, "How's he going to get the mask? We can't figure out how is he going to get Michael's mask." And we're like, "Does he kill Michael and take it?" Or we were going through all the different scenarios, and no, he just went in and just punked him and took it. That's just what happened. I mean, but anyway, I hear you, man. But overall, and listen, didn't John Carpenter, I wish, didn't David Gordon Green really tell us this is what's going to happen when the font started? He used the same font and color of Season of the Witch. Yep. That blue font is identical to Halloween 3. And so he's telling us in a non-verbally, I believe, this is going to be a movie that's as different as 3 was in a lot of ways. And it was. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that out there. You guys, because it was one thing that jumped out to me. I know Knight and I have talked about it, but I haven't talked to you guys, the other three of you, about it, but did y'all notice that when the font at the beginning was the Season of the Witch font?
I had just watched Season of the Witch the night before, so I was like, "Oh, look at that!"
Well, it's the font and the color with the
font and the color.
Yes,
it was both. And of course, the first thing I thought of was
the radio tower. You would have seen me dancing on top of the radio tower.
Radio
with my Taylor
tower
with the Taylor.
was a part of it.
Right.
The thing is, I see a lot of people, they're upset about him doing it, which I am. I'm upset. It was an ugly look on Michael Myers. We all look at him like a machine,
right?
Like he's Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator or something. But he, to be honest, I think the reason he outmuscled Michael was because his strength. You got to think, if he's becoming a shape, he's getting 21. And they made it a point to say when he's on the couch with Jeremy, I'm 21 years old. He says it clear as day. Michael was 21 and 78. So when he's choking him, you see the trauma in Corey's eyes. It's reminding him what he's been through, and then he's going through. It's like you can see he's going like in a trance through the tunnels, like kind of the screen is slanting over. I think the reason he outmuscled Michael was because he killed the hobo, which gave him some, because obviously it's something where they're going off energy. So he's getting stronger. You see, he's getting more. He's elevating. So I think that's why he had the courage to go up to Michael and he say, you're nothing but a man in a Halloween mask. I think he has Michael's strength. He has 100%, that 100% strength. No wounds, no nothing. Because if you look through the movie, he keeps looking at his hand. He's like, man. And you kind of see it when she slams his door. When she slams the door on his hand at Dr. Mathis' house. At first it was bleeding. And then he checks it. And it's clearing up, and then he goes on the roof with Allison. She's like, it's infected, but it's nothing there. Like, it's there. It's like scab. It's no way it scabbed that quick. He's healing. It
was all symbolism for what's going on. I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're trying to say. Yeah.
There. You gotta, it's like it's layers.
Metaphoric.
Yeah.
Well, you notice too that he never needed glasses again.
Yeah, never needed glasses.
He was fine with his vision after he got the shape into him, or whatever happened with that whole thing. Good stuff, Brandon. Great opening. Jack, tell us, man. Okay, how many times have you seen it? What were your thoughts beforehand?
Okay.
How do you feel now?
So I have seen it 2.5 times. I'm halfway through my third watch.
Okay.
And so leading up to the movie, you and I, Steven, had chats on other streams like 3 or 4 months ago about it, and we didn't really know that. It was like right as filming had stopped, or the reshoots, whatever it was, and I didn't really know that much about it. I'm not the biggest fan of kills. To me, the story ends in 1978, but for the sake of sequels, if I had to choose, 2018 is the end for me. But with that being said, I didn't know much about the whole Corey Cunningham character. I hadn't really been keeping up on a lot of the leaks and the news and all that stuff. So to me, it was the day before it came out when the movie was released in other countries, and I started hearing a lot of foreign YouTubers talking about the movie and talking about this character, and I was like, oh yeah, I heard about this character. And you know me, I don't like very gory things, so I saw that Brett was going to go see the movie, and as soon as I timed it like 2 hours later after you posted that you were going in, I was like, hey, are you out yet? How was the movie? So Brett kind of gave me a rundown of the synopsis of the movie, trying to mentally prepare me for going into a super gory movie.
I'm going to interrupt you.
Yeah, go. Go.
Because I told Craven and everyone else that I was like, I'm not going to tell anybody what I think until after opening weekend. But yours was like, just kind of tell me. And so I kind of...
Yes, you're right. Yes.
So I tiptoed around stuff, but then when you asked really kind of specific things just to help mentally prepare you, I told you a few things that I think you said you already knew or something. So I just
there were certain things I had already known. Yeah, from other things. But yeah, he was just giving me like I was like on the sideline, the bench, ready to go into the game, and he was like, "Okay, you're gonna be okay. You can do this. You can do this." So if I hadn't spoken to Brett, or if I hadn't watched some of those other reviews, I probably would have been very, very let down and this is coming from somebody who is a fan of the 78 movie. I like the original Halloween too, and pretty much like that's it for me. So I was going in, I loved 2018. I actually really enjoyed 2018. Kills, not so much. I enjoyed certain elements of it. So I was like, okay, this is Ends. Let's go see how it is. And coming from somebody who's not a huge Halloween fan, the next day I woke up so depressed because I don't know, I just like, even though I'm not a huge fan of the series, like, you still want to see something that's good. You want to see something that you enjoy. And for me, the first time I watched it, it didn't do it for me. Now, going on to my second viewing, knowing everything that's coming up, seeing the foreshadowing, because anytime you watch a movie twice, especially horror movies, it's a different experience. And I appreciated it much more the second time. One, for the cojones that Dave and who's the writer again? David Gordon Green and Danny McBride. Yep.
There's 4 of them.
And
yeah, four of them. Yeah.
Those are the men we all know.
Yes.
Those two we all know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
but
that. Right.
The guts that they had to like really go out on a limb with this movie. And for me, I've always loved character-driven stuff, even if it's in a scary movie. That's why I've always loved Scream, because it is like heavily rooted in that character of like the main trio, you know. So what I appreciated more the second time around was a lot of the character development that they did with Laurie, especially when she was on screen with Hawkins. Like, I loved their scenes together, even though there was like 3 of them. Just every time the 2 of them were on screen, like 5 minutes out of the whole movie, I was just like, that's it. That's what I love. That's like the wrap up that I want for this character. Is just those hints of like finally being happy and finally things kind of coming full circle. And I'm a huge fan of Season of the Witch. I love that movie as its own movie, not as a Halloween movie. So I thought it was really interesting the route that they went with the whole evil being transcending one physical body and being present in everybody, and it's all about kind of how you tune into it, and you can move past it or you could let it consume you. I loved the whole message of the film. I think for me, the biggest problems were I felt like the dialogue was a little bit wonky, and that was one of the problems I had with Kills, was just the dialogue. It just, some things didn't seem like they would come out of a human naturally. And then 2, the pacing of it. While I'm all for character development, I just feel like it was at the point where like I clicked on the pause button, you know, thinking that I was like maybe 20 minutes in, and we were at the hour mark, and almost nothing had happened yet so far, and I was like, whoa, okay, so we're more than halfway there, and like, okay, are things really going to start going on? And then 20 minutes went by, and it wasn't until like the last 25 minutes that things really went down, and I was like, oh, okay, so we're here. So it was just a slow burn. So that kind of took me off guard a little bit, but I do have to agree with, I did really enjoy Corey. I really enjoyed the opening scene of the movie. Like, what a way to open up. If you're going to go a different direction, what a way to open up the movie, you know? Totally caught me off guard. You know, you're watching this movie, you're thinking Michael's here, something's going to happen, something crazy, and just the way that it happened, it disturbed the hell out of me. Brett knows, we were talking about this, kids, for me, like anything like that, I can't do it. But what a gut punch way to open up the movie, and I thought it was paced very well, and the way that you set up Corey's character, and the way that the rest of the movie was set up. But after that, it didn't hit that spark within me. Like, this is certainly not going to be a movie that I would pop on for enjoyment. Like, hey, let's go watch Halloween Ends. For me, it would probably just be that first one, and if I really was feeling to watch a follow-up to it, I would probably pop in 2018. Or the original Halloween 2, whichever direction I'd want to go. But all in all, it was entertaining while it lasted, but for me, 2.5 times through it, it didn't hit that spot for me. But
Okay.
So, sorry, I rambled on there for a
good.
bit, but that
Good commentary. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, sweet.
Love it. All right, now Brett, we haven't heard from you at all. I have no clue what your opinion is.
He's cracking the knuckles.
No idea. So let's start the same way. How many times have you seen it? What did you think? What were you hoping going in? And what do you feel now?
No one's actually heard publicly. No one's heard what I've thought. This is a premiere, an exclusive for Craven.
Hot take,
exclusive.
Hot take, man. We got 52 people here.
I even did a post. I even did a post earlier, like, if you want to finally hear my thoughts, tune in tonight.
Nice.
So, but anyway, what was I thinking? How many times have I seen it? I've seen it once and then skip through, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Through it a little bit.
Okay.
Well, my thoughts going in. So my anticipation was pretty low because I didn't like kills. I thought it was super mean-spirited, and I think that the way they lingered on gore and people suffering, especially when people suffering, made me question if these guys like cut up animals when they were kids or something. They enjoyed that. Like that's, and I know that sounds really mean.
No, I know what you mean. I felt that way too. I felt that way too.
It made me feel like that.
Yeah.
And so it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not a fun.
You felt like you just witnessed an actual murder right in front of your eyes. That's how disturbing it was. Yeah. That's too bad.
I also felt like I was watching people suffering. And it brought it so real to me that I felt like these weren't just like characters in a movie. It's almost like this is this person's life, and this is the last moments of it, and this is how horrendous this is. And you know what I'm saying? It made it too real for me. So I didn't enjoy kills. But I loved 18. Let me just kind of back up with that. I loved 18. I thought 18 was perfect. Was it a perfect movie? No, but was it perfect for what it needed to be? Yes. So going to ends, it wasn't that in any movie, and I've said this before, any movie, regardless if I'm excited or I'm not, whatever it is, I go in and that screen, regardless of what might be playing on it, after the trailers are done and they're doing those last little clips, and it's leading up to the movie starting, that screen is blank to me, and I just let everything go just to go into it and let it be what it is. So that was what I went in with. So try not to have expectations. And then I have never, and this is absolutely truthful, I have never had a more complicated reaction to a movie, like a response. Like my response is so complicated and it's very layered. So I'm going to try to just do bullet points because, hi. So I'm just going to try to get through it. And I'm echoing a lot of what people have said. As a Halloween movie, it's so hard. I don't even know where to start with my thoughts. It's so complicated and crazy. But I'll start with Corey. I loved the entire Corey storyline, and I really, really, really wish it wasn't in this movie. I really wish it was. They stripped all the Halloween stuff away from it and let it be the first. Obviously changed the ending, but let it be a first of hopefully a new horror franchise. Like I thought it was that good, and I also so since it is a Halloween movie, then that. So I'm excited. I love that, but it's in this Halloween movie. So then that goes down. That's way down because of that. So then it's not as good as I hoped it could have been. Right. And then, so as a Halloween film, I loved it when it became a Halloween movie for the last 15 minutes. That was nice. A nice battle, which anybody who's going to be complaining about Corey taking down Michael so easily, sorry, Laurie did it a lot easier. I mean, even when she stabbed him on the table, watch his legs. He could have kicked. He could have done something before the refrigerator came down. So it's just, it is what it is. So as a Halloween movie, it's disappointing, but as a Corey movie, I actually really liked it. And then my other thought was if you took the first hour and 20 minutes or something like that, that'd make a really great pilot for a Halloween spinoff on Peacock.
Ooh,
that would be that's what that felt like to me. This is a pilot.
Like a pilot episode. Yes.
It's a pilot episode,
wow.
And I mean, because again, this is a $20 million budget for the overall, so it's not a lot, and so it doesn't look super expensive or anything. So yeah, I thought this would have been a really good. So missed opportunities throughout, I think, is how I kind of looked at it. But I could sit and watch all the Corey stuff. It's like Jurassic World Dominion. I can watch the original trilogy characters scenes and be fine with it. And I can sit and watch Corey scenes and be fine with it. But let me tell you the one thing that nobody ever can argue and everybody would have to agree with this, is that Jamie Lee Curtis was amazing.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
How
yeah.
could I not? How could I not mention her? Yes, yes.
And the way that even the scene when she is on the chair and she's hitting against the wall.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's probably some of my favorite. That's probably one of my favorite scenes in movies ever. Like, it's up there on my list of just favorite sequences, because I just thought she finally owned it. And we're seeing, once you can get through trauma and you embrace it, and because that's what Sydney was trying to do, like in Scream 4. I think that's how Sydney. Well, she didn't have a lot of time, but I think that would have been cool to see Sydney do that in the last Scream, where she's finally owning the situation. Right. And that was really fun to see that development with that. And so if there's anything they did right in this trilogy, was showing where she began in 18 and where she ended now. And that's absolutely flawless. Perfect. And Jamie Lee needs to be nominated for something. She finally needs that Oscar nod.
Yes.
I think. And so, but on the flip side of that now, I don't know what they did to Allison. That is not the same character from the first two. And you could say, oh, trauma, things like that. You could, but there has to be some type of inklings or something that Allison had before, because honestly, I'm sorry, I don't buy it that if I went through the events of that night 4 years ago, my parents are dead, my grandma was right, I was always on her side when my parents said that she was crazy and whatever, and then my grandma says, hey, I haven't seen evil in someone's eyes like that since Michael, I'd be saying, bye, bro. And like, I'm not talking to you anymore. My grandma, she's been right this whole time. I even said it in the second movie. Grandma was right. Yeah. Why would she ever not take her word for it? Why would she ever be like, here, she's silly,
or at least stop and think about it? At least take a moment to consider. Right. She was like, I'm not listening to you.
No. I'm like, why are you so dismissive of your grandma?
She was like Karen in the first movie. She was like Karen in the first movie.
But Karen only heard about what happened. She didn't.
Right.
I'm saying that's absolutely right. But however, you can explain it saying something like, well, evil was taking over, or something with Corey with her, and there's a connection. Maybe she started seeping in. You could try, but the fact that they didn't explain it at all. And then when she first started in the movie, she just really wasn't a character until that definition of her character came in. That's just where it's like, it really lost me, because I thought Allison should be the Laurie Strode, and I even said, I feel like this, like maybe she'll be the final girl and this is really her trilogy. So I guess not, type of thing. Yeah. But really quick, I do like that Jamie Lee, I like that Laurie lived. At the point when Michael died, I was like, whatever. And, the whole funeral procession type thing going in, I felt like that was like Nightmare Before Christmas when the mayor's telling everyone that Jack got blown up. Like, it just seemed very silly to me. And everyone's just walking in this. It just seemed weird.
The procession,
The procession. Did I say it wrong? And I did. I'm sorry.
No, I don't know. I don't think you did. I was just chiming in.
Yeah, procession. And then Jamie Lee, she has to walk in front of the crowd, and this is her redemption from the town. It's just so on the nose to where it's just
theatrical.
Silly.
Yeah,
it was just like
it reminded me of that Evil Dies Tonight feeling I got every time they said it in the last movie. Just like that. Ooh, like this is not. Doesn't feel natural to me.
Right,
Yeah.
Well, it
was a reshoot too. Remember that that's a tack.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes,
that was not the original. Yep. They went back and rewrote that and reshot that all and added it. That was tacked on.
Wow.
Yeah, that was based on
made it worse.
Yeah, test screenings. That's why I'm actually doing a video on it. I've recorded all my stuff. I'll have it out tomorrow morning. But
nice.
David Gordon Green has opened up. He has spilled the beans on the ending finally.
Yeah,
so
I have to look.
Check out the video tomorrow. I'm breaking it all down. I'm actually, and basically what it is short version, just a little bit.
Okay.
Is that's what it was. There was the test screenings with the original ending. He didn't like the audience reaction. Yeah. So they went back and they made this ending. They reshot it and added.
Did they test that one?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
It was an ending that I've been hearing a lot from people just DMing it to me. Was basically what happened was that they get Michael same way, put him on top of the car, and I actually know the guy that was his dad was a cop in this movie, so he kind of confirmed it. He was I'm not gonna tell his name,
right.
But they went to the junkyard. They tied Michael hands to the back of a car. And they tie his bottom half to another end of the car. So the cars are like this. So he's like, so Allison gets in the car, Laurie gets in the car, and then like flashbacks start happening. Allison seeing Karen, and and Lori's saying, you know, PJ Souls and everything.
Yeah.
And she's like, Allison, do it. They pull away left and right, and they rip Michael apart.
Okay. It's interesting because I heard one too where it's like they were gonna take Michael's body to like the morgue and incinerate him, and Laurie was gonna look into his eyes, and then the last shot of the movie was gonna be kind of like we got where it's at Laurie's house and Allison is leaving, and right before Allison leaves, Laurie tries to like choke her to death and says, "Get out of here before I lose control," or something like that. I don't even know where I heard that, but who knows? You know, maybe there was like 5 or 10 of them, dude.
I'm gonna tell you. So I sent Craven a video of Jamie Lee's interview, and I'm sure it's been out there now, where she says what her contribution was to the movie, which was the ending. That she wanted kids on bikes. She wanted Hope to still be there. So I don't know so much about that ending, but I know that's Jamie Lee saying, "Hey, this is what I want to do."
Yeah, that was one of the endings. There were 3, like you said, the car one, and then there was the one. It's kind of what maybe the same one, Jack, you heard. It's where it was going to be this. The eyes locked together, and Michael still died, but Laurie ended up it went into her.
Yes.
And now she leaves and goes to live in isolation outside of Haddonfield around nobody, so that the evil won't kill anyone. She won't. She's like locking herself in her own prison.
What a happy ending.
That's how it was going to end. That actually was shot in the test screening.
Wow.
And that's how it was going to end, where the evil is residing in her that she's fought 40 years to kill. Yeah. And that's what got poor reactions from the audience. And that's what I think spurred him to do this new happy ending that we have now. That's what started that. So,
well, it's still a sad ending. But
well,
somewhat,
but nothing like that. That's like talking about tragic. Imagine seeing all the events we saw.
That's like a Shakespearean play right there. That is tragic. Yeah,
it is. Although I will say this, I'm in the minority on this. Probably, I would not have actually hated that ending. So,
yeah, it would have been different. It would have been different.
I don't know if I would have to see it, but it was a dark ending. So dark.
Keep going, Brett. I'm sorry. We totally cut you off, Brett.
Yeah, go ahead, Brett. We'll get tonight.
I was just going to throw in one more thing. And so. When the other thing that I thought was really odd, not odd, but it was interesting choice, is that since Kills was so brutal, it's weird that they really pulled back.
They really did.
And a lot of and what they did show that was like horrendous. I don't know what the special effects people were doing, but I remember, again, I'm in an advanced screening. So like people who were there wanted to be there. They like won tickets for it. They did, so this was like the best crowd you could possibly get. Someone's saying something. Hi. Sorry.
Yes.
Cool,
in my mind, that's the happy ending. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Cherry blossoms, baby.
Perfect. Cherry blossoms. One of my favorite trees too.
That's right. So anyway, so these people are that's the audience you want. And so they did have some practical gore and things like that. It came off more funny. Obviously the kid didn't so much because I'm with Jack. I don't like watching kids get killed in movies. But when he did the little Pez dispenser flip up, once he hits, he does a little.
Oh my God Almighty.
Mm-hmm. People in the audience, you kind of heard people like, okay, like, like almost like not know if they like that or not. But especially
like that's okay now.
Yeah. Well, no, like that looked kind of lame. Like it was like,
really
horrendous, and then it was like, he's like Pez, and then
it looked a little CGI-ish. It did. It looked a little like wonky. I know what you're talking about.
It looked like the prop didn't work correctly. That's what it looked like. It like
when the kid's head bounced up, like
yes.
My Pez dispenser.
Yeah,
that's what I call that shot. And so they kind of took. I actually was grateful because they kind of took me out of it, so it's not really a kid at this point in my head. But the main one was the DJ when he holds the head up.
Yeah,
there was laughter in the theater because it just looked
really,
especially with because there's be a lot more blood and stuff, and especially with kills and how realistic everything looked in that movie.
Yeah.
And then this one kind of looked like you're like, oh, it's prosthetics. Like it just didn't sell them, I guess. So that was kind of like, okay. And so I did rewatch. That's something I wanted to rewatch, make sure audience didn't take me out. And I kind of look at it as like, yeah, it kind of looks. You can tell
that was one of the scenes I rewatched. Yeah, because you prepared me for that scene, and like I was like, don't look away, and I didn't, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah,
I dug it.
They did. They tamed it down a lot. This movie.
Well, that's great.
No,
I'm
I
glad
liked
you-
it. I liked it,
Loved
but
it.
it's
And that's what I tell Eric. Eric and I actually, he's the only one I've actually gone to detail with because he was just wondering what I thought. I wondered what he thought, and I was like, I'd have to call you. Like I can't. This is so much I can't unpack it. And so he's like, I have a few minutes. And so like almost 2 hours later, when we were done talking about it,
that's Eric. Yep.
that's Eric. Yeah, it was fun though. It was great. He's a great guy. But anyway, when we were done talking about it, I just. I don't know. I was able to unpack a lot more and understand it, but I told him, as I said to a lot of people, I would rather really enjoy a movie than not like it. I don't. I what you're saying, Craven. Make sure you keep everything nice and respectful here.
All right.
And just because I didn't like it, and you just said, "Well, I dug it," I'm like, "Great," because I wish I could have dug it. Because nobody likes to be disappointed.
Exactly.
I'd rather
course.
love it. I'm not going to tear you down because you liked it. In fact, I'm a little envious that you liked it more than I did. So it's you know, I would
I
rather
love that scene.
enjoy it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I love that scene. Like,
I
mean,
love the scene. It was
the
just
tooth falls out, and then he like clips the tongue. I think the tongue on the record, which makes me laugh.
Oh
and
no, that was
gross,
great.
And it's gross and funny. I'm
yeah,
like, this is
yeah,
awesome,
Yeah.
man. Anyway.
Yep.
Anyway, so
And
those-
she's
those are
listening in the
basically-
car to it. It's like Allison's listening
Yeah,
to it in
she's
the
like-
car. Like
she
what?
looks-
That was a great cut. Like addition to the scene. Yeah, really
do
bound
too.
them two together. Yeah.
Well, you guys were in my head at two different aspects in the movie. One is that all of the videos and speculation and predictions always had Corey going to find Michael, and that was subverted. That was not what happened. I thought that's actually good. I hope they liked that it wasn't what we thought it was going to be. And then two, you guys put so much worry into the radio tower, and then
I know.
and then I all of a sudden see
Yeah.
it's in there for like a second, whatever.
Yes.
Like, but then
Yeah.
the next time when you finally see it full, it's just burning down. I'm like, that's so symbolic and maybe metaphoric to all of you guys' thoughts of what it was going to be, and it's
Yeah.
just
Or
burning
what it
down.
could be. I don't
Yeah,
think
Yeah,
it
it's
ever-
just burning. It's just burning
Yeah.
down these possibilities. That I just thought that
They're
was
all
really-
possibilities.
Steven and I really thought. When we were doing Halloween and Halloween Kills on my channel, like I remember after we watched Kills, that's all we were talking about was that freaking radio tower. Like that's it, man. I was pulling that apart.
Yeah,
Right?
rightfully so.
Funny.
Rightfully so. But
Yeah,
anyway,
so
those are
funny.
that's
All
just
right.
that's all that was in my head. So
No, it's good. Good stuff. All right, Knight. Refresh our memory now. Have you seen it anymore since we saw it last together? And if not, how's it marinated for another couple of days?
I haven't seen it again since. So
Okay.
I've seen it 3 times. And like I said in our conversations, there's a lot of things that have kind of started to, absorb a little bit. I will say, as I watched it each time, I saw more and more little things that were kind of like, oh, okay, they're doing this, they're doing that. And the beginning of the movie was great, I thought. Seeing it in the theater, I was glued. I was like, okay, what's going on? And I was really surprised that I was on board with Corey early in the movie. The intro I thought was great. Rowan Campbell did a great job. And I was on his side. I was like, okay, this is interesting. Let's see where we go. But to you guys' point, Allison, I thought for sure, that they were going to have her have more weight in this movie. That doesn't necessarily mean that she gets, another 15 minutes of screen time, but it just felt as though she didn't have enough weight in this movie, especially coming off of Kills, where she lost her mom. She lost her mother and her father. And I think that it could have been really interesting to see more of that, because we knew, well, and we speculated a long time ago. Hey, Amber.
Hey,
We
Amber.
speculated a long time ago that Lori was going to kind of shift gears from, 2018, and that was cool. My big thing was I thought Allison was going to go the opposite way, because you kind of saw that happening in 2018. And then in Kills, she goes with the vigilante crew to get Michael. And I'm thinking, okay, where is this going to go with her? And it really didn't go anywhere. And it definitely didn't go as far as I wish. And that's number one. Number two, when we talk about the sibling scuffle, I think if they had shot that differently, it would have worked so much better. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, once he takes the mask, you're not going to be, having James shoot Courtney, in the light, so and to see his face specifically. But if when they were wrestling around and stuff, like if Michael was kicking ass, you know what I'm saying, and then maybe he did something where Corey just something desperate to maybe make Michael move a certain way, and then he just rips the mask off and runs.
Yeah.
I would have accepted that a lot more because people have taken Michael's mask. Karen's done it. Lindsay's done it. Laurie did it in 78. You know what I mean? So that's not the problem, but it's the way that it happened, because this whole thing about Michael killing and kind of getting, recharged back up. They showed it, but they didn't really go there. They kind of went halfway, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And I think if they had shown that, okay, Michael's, getting stronger, if they had done a better job of that, I guess, then that scene could have been better, when kicking Corey's ass, Corey finds a way to do a quick little maneuver, grab the mask, and get the hell out of there. That would have been better. So anyways, I don't want to keep ranting because I could keep ranting forever.
I understand, buddy.
But, everything was pretty good. Jamie Lee Curtis was fantastic. You guys are right. I love that. I'm glad she got a happy ending.
Uh-oh. Did we lose your night?
Ooh, you still there? Still there?
There we go. We hear you. We hear you. Yep.
All right. But the biggest thing was at the end, the confrontation. It was very short. Now we saw a lot of scenes that were deleted that we didn't get from the TV spots and the trailers. That might have made a really good difference.
Yeah.
Because the confrontation, what they were building up to, it was nowhere near like the 2018 encounter that they had.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That was epic. Wasn't that epic?
Yeah.
When she's doing the trap doors. Oh my God. Brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, obviously she doesn't have traps in this house, but the build up to a physical, whatever could have been much better. And then the physical part itself, maybe she has to run upstairs or something like that, something to just give it a little bit more. Because I guess what I'm saying is, when you end a trilogy, this is supposed to be the end of the trilogy, the end of their saga, it feels like they didn't go out with a bang on that aspect. It's almost like ends should have been the second movie and kills should have been the finale. Something to make...
It's the rise of Skywalker of Halloween. That's the best way to describe it. Yep.
Yes. You want to leave that theater like, wow, man, they went all out. And then whoever lives or dies, at least for me as a fan, I can deal with that because the confrontation was epic. They delivered on the promise of, okay, finally, these guys are going to get it done. But, and like you said, Brett, Michael could have used his legs. Steven, I said it a bunch of times, when she stabbed his hand, I'm surprised with his free hand, he didn't take the knife and use it as a weapon.
I know.
But instead, he reached out at her. It's like, what? I mean, I know they did that so that she could, overtake him. But I just think that could have been better, especially when you think about 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So.
Well, and I know that I haven't put the video out today. I was trying to get to it, guys. I just could not. But it'll be out tomorrow. But it's poignant that you bring that up, because in this description of the ending, David Gordon Green says they shot the final fight in multiple different times. They would shoot one segment of the fight, and then they would stop, and they would leave. Then they would come back days later, shoot another little bit of the kitchen fight, and then they stop, and then they would leave. And then they edited it all together. And he said that he said this, not me. He says, so if you go and look really closely, you will find continuity errors in the kitchen fight.
Why?
Wow.
Because that's the way they intentionally shot it.
I wonder.
It's all in my video tomorrow. Watch the video; it's all there. But that's what he said. That's his words, not mine.
Yeah.
And so they didn't just say, we're going to go film this epic scene over the next week or 5 days.
You can actually, that's crazy. You said you can actually see that, because, okay, when you're seeing her in the closet, and he's looking for her.
Yeah.
After they're fighting and everything, and then Allison comes in and break his arm. If you look, Lori, she has a cut up here. She has like blood up her neck. It's different because I saw her at home on Peacock. Her face looks like they didn't put much makeup on it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's like if you look at it, like if you look real close and pause it, it's like
I'll have to watch it again. Yeah.
She looks very tired. Like she looks super tired over when she was in the closet and she's hyper. Like okay. Like I don't know, it's something I seen. The skin tone was different. The blood looked different. I peeped that.
That
Interesting.
could be it. Yeah, that's what he said. He said if people that are looking with the microscope will find continuity errors in the finale.
I just want to know why that was the decision to.
It's a bizarre choice for sure.
Very bizarre.
Well, here's the thing, though: is if you're doing your little own experimental film or something, then great. But you have the keys to the Nick Castle like that, and no, but you have the keys to the castle, like the kingdom. Like this is a lot of responsibility put in your control, and so to make something like that would almost set you up for failure. That's weird. I'll have to watch a video and see.
Watch it tomorrow. Yeah, I've got it all on there. Oh, go ahead, Knight.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing about it too is, this is a trilogy. We knew it was a trilogy, from the get go. It's ending the timeline. It's ending the saga. It's ending, Laurie's journey, or at least Jamie Lee Curtis's journey as Laurie. Like the stakes have never been higher. You know what I'm saying? Like when we watched all those other movies, we watched those movies, but this was billed as okay. This is it. It's called Halloween Ends, right?
Ends. Right.
So, to me, you always got to think about how are we going to end this? How are people going to feel when they leave this theater or watching it on Cock? And we got to think about at least two different audiences. I'm just simplifying it. We got to think about the diehards that have been around this thing for 40 years. The kids that grew up on this thing through the 80s, which is pretty much all of us and stuff, and we got to think about brand new audiences, fans, right? We got to try to find a way to satisfy both. Now, I'm not saying that's easy, but that's the responsibility.
That's the criteria.
That's the burden that you have to take, because you already have the advantage of this being such a popular franchise. So you get advantages and disadvantages in this thing, and I just don't understand why that ending wasn't stronger. The fact that Michael died is not my issue, but it's the way that it happened. It just felt, and I know they said, okay, he was weaker and stuff. Okay, that's fine, because we've seen Michael always boom, 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 from movie to movie. But this is a trilogy where two of these movies were in the same night, where he got shot, at least a dozen times or so. He got stabbed, probably, who even knows how many times.
What was that thing, like the fork?
Yeah, the pitchfork in the back, stabbed in the back, his hand shot off. So I get it. They're showing a human Michael Myers. And obviously he's wounded, but like I said, go all the way. Don't show him reinvigorating after he does that first kill and he stands
I was just about to say that, dude. That for me, when he's having almost like that, like pleasurable moment of like, that took me right out of it. Like I'm all for, we know he gets powered up when he kills. Yes. But I think just seeing it was so strange.
It was.
And I mean, I really think now that I've seen all three of them, I think they backed themselves into a corner by one, getting Laurie into the hospital in kills. I personally really would have liked to have seen a continuation of that 2018 night and had all three of these movies kind of take place in one go, you know what I mean?
And that was the original idea.
It was.
Yes.
And that's why in the extended cut of Kills, she hears Michael on the phone and she says, Michael, I'm coming for you. And they show her walking out of the hospital with the knife.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, that ending, they needed at least another 5 minutes, at least.
Yes. At least, yeah.
At least. Yeah. And if they had done that, for me, it would have done a better job on the Michael side of things. This franchise, Jamie Lee Curtis is a big part of this franchise, but so is Michael.
Yes.
You got to honor both of them. It doesn't mean Michael has to be in the movie as much as he was in Kills. We got that movie. Kills was Mike's movie, Michael in Haddonfield.
Yeah.
And this was Laurie's swan song. But you got to have my man do a bit more. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Well, guys, real quick. Yeah, I just want to jump in real quick here. Great conversation. Loving the vibe. But we got a super chat. Super chats always go to the front of the line. So you guys want to bring in the legend himself on this channel, Lighting Ghost. Lighting Ghost is the legend, one of the legends here on the channel, with a $10 super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate that so much. Says, I think Halloween Ends had a good idea, but failed on execution. Brandon, what do you think, man? We hadn't heard from you in a little bit. What do you think about that?
I think, to be honest, I like the execution. I think they made poor decisions. I don't think it was because they executed the movie, in my opinion, because that's what kept us attached. Because if it wasn't executed, I would have walked out.
Okay.
It was more of they're cornered. I feel like with this movie, they made their decisions off being afraid, pressure, and being cornered, and just being like held accountable. I think they realized last minute, like, you know what, this is too much. Halloween fans are insane. We're going to kind of just write this off and just be done with it.
On to The Exorcist. The Exorcist.
I think they're nervous. I think they're all at the table and like, okay, so you have Laurie slitting wrist, right? Okay, you have, and it's like, hold up, man. This doesn't make sense on screen. Like, let's figure it out. And then like, you know what? Just go with it. Let's see how it works out. Like that type of thing. They executed every scene with Corey perfectly.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're saying almost like they kind of like lost interest. I got the same exact vibe, dude. Is that like after Kills, they just were like, let's just get this over with. Let's move on to the next project. Yep, that's what it felt like.
It was like more of a cash cow. Once the marketing and everything was just cash cow.
Okay, all right. And Jack, you sound like how do you feel about the execution of it? Do you feel you pretty much on board with Brandon on that idea? Or
yeah, I think for what the script that was written, they executed it very well. They shot it very well. I loved the color grading of the film, especially at night. So for what they had on paper, I couldn't see, except for that scene when he takes the mask, which I know we all agree on that. Something was off with that. And the whole scene of actually visually seeing him get powered up with pleasure after killing. Like, those are like the only two things that like really took me out of the movie. And I was like, okay, I'm watching a movie now. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm watching a movie, I don't like to think, oh, this is a good movie. Like, I want to feel like I'm there. And besides those two and some of the wonky dialogue that took me out of it, I think it was pretty well executed for what it is. So
yeah, awesome. Okay, well, Lighting Ghost, again, you are a legend here on this channel, and you know why, and you will always be the dancing king or queen or ghost. You're awesome. Appreciate you so much. And speaking of singing, sometimes you got to watch out for those celebrities out there without makeup. And Brett, I know you have we're going to talk about, we're going to show an exclusive clip in a little bit about your movie. But you have cast, we got to make sure all these celebrities are wearing their makeup.
I was surrounded by 30 dirty celebrities without makeup. Everybody looks like they just woke up. Everybody's so famous, but without makeup, I can't tell who anyone is.
That's so good.
Wow.
They cannot be serious.
I tell you,
Brandon.
coming soon.
Not be nothing like a cemented group. They can't.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Lighting Ghost, thank you so much for your super chat. Oh my gosh. Okay. All righty.
Yeah.
Now. Wow.
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 I actually didn't say that. Just I had the tones. That's hilarious. Wow.
Hey, real quick, Stella G says I'm heading out. Tomorrow's my last day of work, and then my maternity leave begins.
Oh.
Oh, have a great night, beautiful all you
Nice.
people.
Congratulations.
Thanks for
Yes.
another great live stream, gentlemen. There it is.
Awesome.
Stella, thank you so much for
Thank you.
being here. You've been
Thanks,
such
Stella.
a great part of these streams, and I can't wait. Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Beautiful.
exciting.
It's very
Wow. Man, that's so awesome. We'll take care, and hopefully, if you're feeling up to it, we'll see you here on the. We'll continue to see you, coming and hanging out with us. We'd love that. It's great.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. Without makeup, I've got it's in my head. Telling you, man. Let's see.
So funny.
Now, Lighting Ghost says, I didn't like the Michael and Lori fight. Most of it was in the trailer. Okay. Again, the marketing department, if they had, don't show it. That's, just don't.
That's right.
Yes.
I remember Knight and I and Jack maybe all of you actually going back to like months. I'm talking like June, May.
Yeah.
When this stuff started coming out. And I remember us having very, very distinct comments saying, okay, guys, now we saw some footage here of them fighting, but there's no way they're going to be showing third act final battle. This has got to be,
Right.
there's going to be a fight here,
Yep.
and there's got to be another fight, right? Because we're thinking epic showdown movie.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Remember that?
Yes.
I mean,
I have learned my lesson.
I was speculating because they were showing so much. I was like, is this the first 10 minutes? Because it didn't seem like it was finale.
That's right.
right. You remember
That's
saying
right.
you
I
thought it
said
was
that
maybe
too.
like 18, like they were going to start off here, like how
Mhm.
18 ended, and then we would fast forward 4 years from that fight.
Yep.
That's right. I
Yep.
remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could not believe that, man, because that's what I said too. I said they're not going to show the ending, the end fight. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I kept thinking that was going to be something in the early part of the movie, or maybe right before the halfway point, and they'd have two confrontations. You know,
Bookend
this
it, yeah.
one and then the real one at the end. You
Yep.
know, and I I have learned, like, when I see a trailer, if I see Mickey Mouse come on screen and start singing and dancing, then I'm just gonna take it as it is. I've learned from
Yes.
Scream 5 and Halloween Ends
Yeah.
that they will show you everything, and it's real.
Dude.
It's real.
It
It's not a
is
misdirection.
No
Yep.
misdirection.
Like the fire scene. Like
No.
the fire scene. Come on. Right? It's like,
Amber
oh my.
being burned. Clearly Amber.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
and not only the way we know it's Amber is, again, not to go back way back, but in the trailer they show you a picture of Amber screaming in this same outfit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They show her being burned in the same trailer.
Well, dude,
Like
they
it-
showed half the kills in this movie in the ends trailer with the whole pinning up against the wall. You know,
DJ.
like
that last trailer.
like what the heck,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah, they did. They
And
did.
I'm pretty sure that every single Michael Myers scene was in a trailer somewhere, like snippets of it. But there wasn't like one scene that wasn't in a trailer somewhere.
Yeah.
That's right. And
Somewhere.
and they cut some of those scenes, like that scene, and I know Brandon loves this scene where James Drew Courtney stands up in back of Lori out of focus, just like in '78.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah,
That wasn't
that's
in
right.
there. I didn't even
so-
notice that.
And then they cut. Look, man, they cut the scene when he's on the stairs and he's like, "What you gonna do when the boogeyman comes?"
When
Yes,
Michael comes
because you
back.
know he's
Yeah.
coming back.
You know he's coming for you.
And-
He's coming.
and
Yeah.
even- They even cut the scene when Lori's in the doorway, not the one Knight's talking about when she's like looking outside. It's one when she's in the house and she hears Michael, and he's like, she moves like to the side a little bit, and he's literally like in
And
a
he's
frame.
there.
He's right behind her. Yes.
Why didn't you
Yep.
keep that right there?
I know. Those are
Right.
money shots right there. Those are the money
yeah,
shots.
I mean, any shot that you had with Michael, whether it was Corey or definitely the James Jude, because we definitely didn't get enough James Jude. It's like
I
those
know.
you definitely can't cut those. You know, that's why
Well-
I'm wondering. I think that's one of the frustrating things too, is that why were those things cut? You know, I'm sure there might be things that were cut because, you know,
I'm gonna guess because of what we'll see tomorrow on Craven's video, because it was a continuity issue.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, I think some
Oh.
things could have been, yes, but that scene with James Jude standing up for sure, I was just like, why can't we have that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I don't remember this scene either. I was waiting for this shot. I don't remember that shot, guys.
No, I
Yeah,
don't remember. I don't remember that either.
What's
I
the
don't-
lighting? What's the lighting outside? Is this a behind the scenes shot?
It's
It looks
I don't
like it
remember.
could be a behind the scenes shot.
It could be. Maybe they're
Yeah,
getting her ready
yeah.
for the scene.
Yeah.
They had no POV either, and they started
Yeah.
the medical trailer. I'm like, bro, I was searching for that at the end when you see her, bro. I swear I predicted this whole movie. I swear, I predicted the whole movie months ago, and then I hated it. I really hated it because it was like I had everything in my brain, so when stuff kind of falls out, I'm like, oh my god, this is like it was like because when she goes upstairs, she looks with the brown sweater. I'm like, here it comes, and you can see the blue shirt under, so you know she's gonna take that jacket off.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god. Then you see her light the pumpkin. I'm like, this is it. He opens the door. I'm like, where's the POV? And then she shoots.
I know.
I'm like, oh.
I don't understand why they didn't have the POV either, or at least some of it. Because basically all it was, she was in the room, and she kind of moved, whatever to the side, and then all you saw was the fingers, and it opens. It's like
just the fingers.
Dang, didn't we see up the stairs?
Yeah. Well, you know what I did love? I loved the parallel of when Lori was outside her house and she sees Allison and Corey walking up the staircase to go upstairs, and it was like that to the first shot of the first movie, one of the first shots. I love that. That was a cool little throwback.
That was good. Yep. And James Jude was outside, stalking or whatever, and I thought to myself in the theater, I'm like, okay, we're gonna get a couple because he's out of the sewer. I thought for sure there were going to be some scenes where he's either going to be stalking Lori, just somewhere looking around, or Corey, whatever it is, as long as James Jude is in the camera shot and waving at us or something. That's all I wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Riding on the back of the motorcycle with Corey.
Oh, okay. My God. Everyone thought that, right?
Yes.
I thought that.
I thought that too, Brett. Whenever they were at the Mathis house.
Like romance movie.
I said, wait a second. They're both here, right? Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin. I said, did Michael ride on the back of the motorcycle? I not even lying. I'm
never underestimated.
Yeah, there it is.
There's perfect meme. That is perfect. Send that to Brett. Please send that to me.
I'll send it to you. Yeah.
I have that ingrained in my brain right now. That whole idea of it. Yes.
I mean, is it not unrealistic to at least think for a minute?
Right. In my mind, it happened. It's canon.
That's the way it cuts, man. Yeah, it cuts from that, and then you don't see who's on the back yet, and you're like,
no.
Right.
This is when I was like, I am out. Anyway.
I have a question
for Brandon.
When was the first time you guys thought we seen Myers and Higgins?
I know
the first time I thought you see him right before the camera pans down. You see him in the background next to the homeless dude.
Yesterday, when I had seen it, I felt like I was probably the first one to catch that because because I'm not seeing it. I'm like, hold up. Like I rewinded it and I just I posted it and everyone's like, bro, am I blind? Like, because everyone
I didn't catch it till my second viewing. I didn't catch it. I was like, whoa, that's freaky.
Him standing over there. I haven't seen it yet.
Freaky, man. Look at that.
Yeah, I hear too long.
What a great shot.
He's right there. So that's the first time you see him.
Show him the homeless guy. Show him how close he is to the homeless dude.
And he never kills the homeless dude.
Yeah, see, look, you can see right there. Yeah, and he's right.
What's crazy is they shot that scene when he chokes him. Like, this is the introduction of Michael, and this right here opened so many doors for me. Because I'm like, okay, if he's injured, right? He's injured. He's slouching, right? He's crunched up. Right here, it's like he's walking fully perfect. Yep. Like he's fully perfect. Michael Halloween kills. And if you're weak, you're dragging a whole human, and you crawling through. You're crawling through the sewers. You guys did not think a lot of this out. You didn't think a lot of it out.
That shot with him there, was it really quick on the screen? Because I still
very quick. It was like 3 seconds. You had to really pause it. Yeah,
you gotta pause it because I was watching it because I went to go see it in IMAX with a screen that was huge, and I didn't. So I'm watching it. I swear. I'm watching them.
Yeah, but I that makes me think of another thing. It's like, why couldn't they just let that shot hang out for another couple seconds, so we could definitely, everyone would have seen it. You know what I mean? Like, again, and I get it, they were doing something different and all that type of stuff, and David Gordon Green said he knew that this was a risk, minimizing Michael's presence in this movie. He said he knew that, so they knew what they were getting into. And he was talking about how he made the decision, saying it felt right for what they were trying to do with the story. But I don't know, man. It's like, if you're gonna do this, like, if you have those moments like that was there, it's
it
like,
reminded me of the Oscar shot in 2018. When Oscar's in the backyard, the kid, and he's in that guy's backyard, and you just see him standing there. It was like eerie, like that, like perfect shot. Yep.
Yeah, just let us see it, man. I mean, we're not going to see much of them in this movie. Let me enjoy what I can.
It happened so fast. I'm like, bro, like, it just, a lot of stuff just did not make, it just makes you mad as a Halloween, a diehard fan. It's like, that is Michael Myers. Like, it's a lot more stuff I can say, especially with the scene where, I'm just be quiet, man.
I wanted to text you so bad.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
I really did. I was like, man, I wonder how Brandon's doing on this.
I've been dying to know, because, like I say, I haven't talked to Brandon or Brett or Jack about this, and so this is all like our first time to really get the information. But before we do, real quick, guys, super chats go ahead of the line. Hollywood guys sending in $5. Thank you so much for your generosity tonight. And it says, are any of you guys a fan of the Rob Zombie versions of Halloween? So, Brandon, I'll start with you, and everyone can share.
I enjoyed 2007. Halloween 2 doesn't exist to me. 2007, though, Tyler Mane, it does dive too deep in the story, but that was a good Michael Myers. Tyler Mane and Danielle Harris did good. Scout Taylor Compton, she OD'd on Lori, but she did good. Malcolm McDowell, he was crazy.
He's great. Yeah,
but it's good. It's good in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I like it, but it's like Halloween 2 I can't.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Jack, your thoughts? Did you like the zombie movies?
I loved the Michael Myers portrayal. I liked some of the cinematography shots, especially there's the one of Laurie when she's running away from Michael, how the camera is just like, you feel the chaos in that scene. It's crazy. But when I watched it the other day again, I hadn't seen this movie in like 10 years. I immediately took a shower afterwards. Because I don't know. Like I said, I like Michael in it. I like some of the shots. I like the dark tone of the movie. But yeah, I don't know. It just skeeves me out a little bit.
Yep. I understand, buddy. Brett, what are your thoughts on those zombie movies?
Do I like them?
Yeah.
No. Next.
Okay.
I hated both of them. I hated both of them. I just, and I don't want to rag on them because, you guys like them. I'm sure there's some cinematography I could find in there, but no, I thought that was a total misrepresentation of Michael from what he was, and everything was trashy, and I didn't connect with anybody in it, and I felt it was very polarizing, and it had a chip on its shoulder, almost not to be a Halloween film in a way, and so I just, and then there's 2 with exactly what Brandon's saying. There's 2, it's just, there's a reason Final Destination 5 beat it at the box office opening weekend.
Yep.
So
fair.
I was just being fair with the no, by the way.
Yeah. No, that's all right, man. And tell us your thoughts on these 2 movies, man. You're a fan of them?
Well, ugh. The thing of it is, Rob Zombie, was remaking Halloween. So you're already in the doghouse. You're already gonna have a really tough time pulling it off. You can't try to do exactly what John Carpenter did, right? So obviously they changed it up a bit. But I think the first half of the movie, there was some interesting things in it to see that stuff, but
Yeah.
I didn't need it. I didn't need it. It was interesting, as far as just what it was, but the trashiness of it, to me, that just doesn't fit in the mythology of a Halloween movie. Like it could have been a little. Yeah, exactly. Like he could have done a little bit here and there or whatever, but they went full Rob Zombie. They went full.
What
Rob
does he call?
Zombie.
He calls his style Hellbilly or something like that, like Hellbilly style or something.
I think so.
He refers to it as something. It's something like that. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's just like it just went too deep. Everybody not everybody, but so many people were just despicable. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's like, come on, man. I just, and you're giving these reasons to why Michael was what he was and this and that, and I just didn't need it. And Halloween 2 went even further off the rails, and you didn't like I didn't like what they did with Loomis. Laurie was totally unlikable. The only two characters in the movie that shined was Danielle Harris and Brad Dourif.
Yeah.
I loved them, and I thought Danielle Harris, man, I'm telling you, after Halloween 2, it just made me want to see her more.
Exactly.
Yes.
In a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a better movie. Yes. There you go. Exactly. So I guess that's a bright spot. Now Tyler Mane, he was imposing as Michael and this and that. But here's the thing. I said this to my brother and Coriander. I don't need Michael Myers to be 8 feet tall to be scary. Right. Like, to me, his physicality, he should be able to beat up everybody. He's a damn WWE wrestler, Yeah. Whereas if you have someone the size of Nick Castle or James Jude or whatever, regular man, to me, that's creepier because of the things that he can do. It just adds to his mythology. So anyways, that's my little rant.
I like the whole hospital segment. Like the hospital segment of 2, I wish they kind of stayed there versus that weird year or 2 jump. Yeah.
Yes. And Hobo Myers.
Hobo Myers, man. Well,
two-thirds of the mask ripped off and a hoodie.
Yeah. That's it.
It makes me want to play the Hobo clip again, but I'm gonna, it really does in honor of Hobo Myers. But you know what? We'll continue on with our 30 celebrities a little bit further down the rabbit hole. So Hollywood Guy, for your $5 super chat, this clip's for you.
Lindsay Lohan on the sand beating coconuts.
Look at all the coconuts.
Everybody's so famous, but without makeup, I can't tell who anyone is.
Wow. Come on, man.
It.
Waka, waka, waka. Seriously. That's awesome.
I'm muted. Sorry, that was bad.
Yeah.
That's great.
Can I say something real quick?
Of course.
We have not talked about this yet, but how great was Nick Castle's cameo?
I was
see
gonna bring it
anything
up.
you like? See anything you like?
Amazing.
Dude, like how great was that? Oh my God, that was awesome.
And just as
Good night,
predicted
Lee.
from
Sorry.
you,
Good night,
Good night, Lee.
And it just as predicted from you guys, no majority of my, maybe all of my audience had no idea who he was. So I was telling people.
Sad.
It's only the hardcore people. Yep.
Yeah, the hardcore people.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was like, when he ripped open his the jacket,
that was
there's a word for it, trench coat or whatever. It's great.
It was like 3 Easter eggs in one because it was Nick Castle, it was Linda See Anything You Like, and I think it was almost like a little homage to Barry Sims from Curse of Michael Myers. You remember when he got in front of the crowd and he ripped open his, so it was like,
oh my gosh!
Yeah, I remember that, dude. Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't catch that. Wow.
Very good. Yep. Man, I'll tell you what. You guys, if one of us misses it, someone else has already got it covered.
That's it. With 10 eyes here, somebody has to see it, right?
Right.
I mean, that's awesome, man. That's a good call. Yeah, see anything you like? Oh man,
it was great. It was
so
great.
Cool.
I was like, I got like that warm feeling inside. Like, yes, that was it right there. That could have ended the movie right there, and I would have been like, that's it. Came full circle.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? You have to admit, even though that was funny, you still had Nick Castle, and that's what you did with him. So it's not to bring the
you're bringing the mood down, Brett.
Bring the mood down. But when
we're bringing it up again.
It's always got to be one.
But you know what though? It's valid though. Like, you know.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Lindsay wasn't at the procession. Did you guys notice that?
It was an after shoot. Remember, there were reshoots. So she was probably filming on some other show.
She was the tarot card reader in this movie, and that's it.
That's it, yeah. Because she's glaringly missing from the procession, but those were shot much later, like months later, the reshoots. Yeah. And I bet you she couldn't be there scheduling. That's what I'm guessing. You know what? I'm not the only one that thinks for just a second, if Nick Castle had been the homeless dude,
that's what I was about to say.
And he approaches when Corey comes out of the tunnel, and he's like, he says,
I'm Michael Myers.
How did he let you live? You bring me back that mask. I am Michael Myers.
Oh my God.
That would have been a drop the mic moment for me.
Dude, why wouldn't you?
If it probably didn't go with it because you were gonna have to kill Nick Castle. That would have looked bad on screen.
Well, yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think I could have accepted it because he was a homeless man.
Yeah,
he wasn't Michael Myers.
Michaels. It'll just hurt. It would have hurt worse. They would have really booed this movie for real.
Yeah, I can see some people doing that. Well, what if it just ended where he doesn't kill him then? End it some other. We could write that differently, easily.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
But I mean, if Nick Castle was in it as that spot and he was killed in it, and then Michael wasn't killed in the end, I could see that being very
if he wasn't.
But both of them were being killed in the same movie. Then it's kind of like
you killed everybody. You killed both.
But you have to remember, only the diehard fans know who Nick Castle is. I know it's hard to get out of our bubble, but you know, for every bubble, that's funny. But that's unintentional. But yeah, for just mainstream audiences and whatnot, you know, it just would have been cool for us to see him in that. So
it would have been cool to see him as the hobo, but he wasn't. But at least we got to see him as the Hollywood. I mean, not the Hollywood, the party, the flasher guy in the party. That was cool.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah.
And all right, so I had something. What was I going to do next? Oh yeah, so let's talk about some other characters in this movie. One of the things I've been talking about for months, guys, on this channel multiple times, was that I wanted to see them really capitalize on the story arc of Hawkins, because in Kills they do the flashbacks. He's the one that stops Michael from being killed. He's living with this regret his whole life, and we have these amazing scenes in the hospital with Laurie where he's opening up and saying it's my fault. It's not, you know, she said it's not your fault. It's mine. Anyway, I'm like, oh, they got this set up great for Kills. I mean, for Ends, because maybe now we're going to see him come back and have a chance to do justice or undo what he did now and have some redemption. And I said it would be a missed opportunity if they didn't do that. So I've been saying for months, well, guys, I'm disappointed in this fact that they did not expand Hawkins. But not only did they not do that, we only see him for maybe 5 total minutes of screen time. And
dude,
what do you guys think? Am I the only one that was disappointed in that missed opportunity?
I'm that, and even the sheriff with the cowboy hat, man. Like, at least give him some kind of encounter with Michael Myers in either the first or the second one. Like, you could have.
Hold on, Jack. Just don't forget. Like, you mean you wanted more than this?
This is not how it works.
It is tonight.
That's it.
Dude, you could cut out every single scene of his, and the trilogy would not be affected at all. Like, and he's a good actor, you know. Like, they could have really used him. That cowboy hat is such a unique thing, you know. Like, come on, the both of them. But I mean, Hawkins, of course. We're talking about Hawkins.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. The highlight of this movie for me were the scenes that he was in. Was the really lovey-dovey, cute stuff with him and Laurie. I loved that. I love their chemistry on screen together. Even in Kills, that was the highlight of the movie for me too. Was the two of them on screen together. What a wasted potential again. And he is such a. What's the name of the actor again?
Will Patton.
Yeah. Well, he is such a great actor. You know, even at 18 in 2018, he shined in that movie.
Yeah, he did.
Great. So good. So yeah, there's my answer. Absolutely, Stephen.
Anybody else have any other comments on Hawkins you'd like to share that we haven't touched on him yet?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I just think that, I wish that we had seen some type of story go on with him, because he was, Halloween Kills had so much of his life journey, you know what I'm saying? Starting with the recreation scene. And I just thought there would have been a little, I knew it was unlikely that he was going to be like, second fiddle to Laurie in the wise, if done something, I think it would have been the right move. He's such a good actor. Every time he was on screen, it was good stuff. You know what I mean? And if they weren't going to let Allison shine, at least let Hawkins have a couple of more moments. They just didn't do anything with him. Even when he came to the house at the end, it's like, okay.
You didn't feel anything. Yeah, you just were like, oh, okay, of course he's here. Yeah.
With Hawkins, they could have did, this is what I want them to do. Like, okay, Laurie and Corey are going at it. Hawkins comes in because he got the suicide call. He comes in, the door is open, and he catches them both going at it. Maybe he's choking her, at the top of the stairs. And he's like, hey, Corey, instead of getting his game-winning shot on Michael, he gets it on Corey, and he's a hero. But Michael, and Michael comes in and kills him. And it's like he doesn't care because you got away with murder, kind of technically, Hawkins. So this is your time to check out. So you got to be a hero. Wow. But now it's time for you to, check out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That'll be crazy.
I love that idea, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would have been one. We would have been sad for Hawkins, but it would have fit with. I mean, this is a horror movie. This is not supposed to be everyone's happy. That doesn't happen in horror movies. Like maybe one person, maybe if you're lucky, gets a happy ending. But I love that. The thought of that happening, in my head is perfect. I just could see it and be like, and we'd be talking about that. We're talking about like, oh my gosh, Hawkins killed Corey and he thought it was Michael, and then Michael steps up and bam, just what an awesome.
I think about this, why couldn't David Gordon Green think about it?
I know. I texted Steven the next day after watching it. I was like, Steven, they should give our YouTube community $20 million and we can make a hell of a sequel.
Let's go. Let's go, man.
Jeez.
Yep.
Dude, when Michael Myers stepped on screen, I was so invested in the Corey storyline that I forgot about Michael, that when Michael stepped on screen, I kind of just was like, eh. And the only other person that I had seen in a review say that was Dave McRae. He's another guy that I watch on YouTube. Does great stuff, but he said the same point of like when Michael was on screen, it just kind of felt like, oh, you're here. Why are you here? Let's go back to the Corey storyline because I felt like it was just so weird.
It was another movie.
Yes.
It's almost like they had that storyline. They're like, well, let's put some Halloween patches on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's blend these together somehow.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
And they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. If they had, I thought that after he killed Mathis and Michael killed the redhead, the Bob kill, I thought for sure at least 2 more times we would have seen something where either Corey is leading someone to the sewer or Michael who's following Corey and whoever is in his path he kills. I thought we would at least get that. And then it would have merged Corey and Michael a little bit better so that at the end when it's Michael and Laurie, at least for me, I would have felt more connected. But you're right, Jack. By the time he comes in, it's kind of like, oh, okay, all right. And
like, get out of here. We don't want you here.
It's like, so late in the game.
Yeah, it's so late in the game, and when they started, again, I don't want to repeat it, but when they started the final confrontation, I thought for sure it was going to go at least 5 more minutes, at least.
Right. Yeah.
And when it ended, I was like, even when she pounded the knives into his hand, I was like, okay, wait a minute,
Mm-hmm.
is this it?
No.
Yeah. Like, no, he's going to bust through and they're going to go upstairs. It's going to continue for another 5 minutes. Yeah. And
we're going to finally hear the Shape Stalks Laurie theme again, which I have been waiting to hear this entire trilogy, and they didn't play it once. Not once. I love the Shape Stalks Allison. That was phenomenal in 2018.
Yes.
But we did not get Dude, we did not get the shaped stalks Lori, and that is one of the biggest heartbreaks for me in this entire trilogy.
Dang it.
Even if it was a reiteration of it. Even if it was a reiteration of it, but that theme, you know?
I'm hearing it. Ding,
yes.
Ding, ding, ding,
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you guys see Michael run?
See what?
What? When?
Well, look, it's a little deep to see you guys. Sometimes I feel weird bringing stuff up like it's like you're looking too hard. Bro, Michael Myers ran.
When?
With the redhead?
Yes. And so
I see what you're saying.
It's like it's the detail. Now, this is what I love. It was a hurt run. Like, let me hurry up and run across the room before I drop you. And he like I cracked up because he's running like, and you can see him like I'm in pain. Let me hurry up and put it on the wall. And then I'm here again. I swear, you guys. And then he ran again. He ran again at the end when Lori's on the floor and she kicks him. He runs across the table like, oh, she just kicked me. You got to see it.
All right, I'm going to watch for that next time.
Yeah, that's it. Me too. Yep.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
gonna do it. Like, she kicked me.
I can't.
Yeah, when he stomped on her neck, I was like, well, this is a little bit different from Michael. Why don't he just do a Sartain stomp or whatever? And I know that's so that the fight can go on and so forth and so forth.
That's your reason. It's not a good reason.
But like I said, the 2018 fight was just so much better. The build up to it, the actual fight, and obviously what happened afterwards. It was like I don't know.
Well, you know what?
Like the suspense. Go for it.
Okay, you're taking my words out of my mouth, Jack. That's right. It was that there was actual suspense. You know what it felt like in 18? They took their time. They weren't in a hurry. They let the suspense go.
Beautifully
as she's walking upstairs, checking each room and shutting the gate. And then the next, it was slow, but beautifully slow. Not slow, terrible slow.
Right.
They took their time and made it climatic.
Yeah.
Well, even like the junkyard scene in this movie. So like, with Corey doing the killing in that scene with the bully kids, like that was one of the highlights of the movie was that scene for me. But it just felt so fast, and like I just felt like the way it was executed, like when the one guy, goes up and tries to get the girl under the fence, and the girl looks at him and says, "Well, you're dead too."
You're dead too.
It just felt so. It just felt so weird, man. Like something was just off about it, Like it didn't feel like it. There was no suspense. Like you just didn't really care. Honestly, I mean, these are bullies. I don't think you're really supposed to care, but I mean, you just. I didn't care about any of the people that died in this movie. I didn't. It just was like whatever.
Well, guys, real quick, we got a $10 super chat from Intel Wild. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for your generosity tonight. And anyone else that wants to get your question answered by the panel for sure, be sure you send in your super chats. You move to the front of the line. All right, it says, just tuned in. Again, welcome. That's awesome. Thank you. Simple fix to this film. Here we go. Michael dies, but Corey lives, doesn't himself, and is gone at the end. Yes, he disappears at the end. Corey Allison Anthology carries it on. Any thoughts? So let me just say before I get to my guest that Intel Wild, I love the way you're thinking. We touched on this a little bit earlier. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours, so a long time ago. So, but we touched on this just for a little bit, and I love this idea, guys, that they're at the junkyard and they're like, okay, we need to go retrieve Corey's body from Lori's house, get him to the morgue. And the last thing we see is the paramedics are going in when there's police going in, and Corey's body is just gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there. Mm-hmm. And he's got the mask.
We end with the score.
Well, yeah, you just end with the score, and however you want to do it, and that's it. Credits roll. I think it's to me, I would have been pumped like crazy with that ending. So, because it would have shown that the evil that was in Michael, whatever it was, the shape, it lives on. And what does Lori say in her book? Evil doesn't die. It just changes shape. Yeah. And it would have been a perfect way to do it. So, guys, I'm going to let you guys talk about it now. Those are my thoughts. I think it's great Intel Wild. What do you guys think? Brandon, I'll start with you, and everybody else can go as you'd like.
I've been thinking real hard about this. I actually got something coming out for this that is deep. Like, I think what happened, in my opinion, you guys might not agree, we get this shot of Allison looking at Lori. I mean, no, Allison looking at Corey. He's on the floor, and she's looking at him, and they're looking eye to eye and stuff. And that scene was it was so weird. You know, he stabs himself in the neck. Immediately he dies. I mean, you know, Michael gets his neck slit, and he dies. It's over. Michael died on the island of the kitchen. He didn't die at the junkyard. He was dead right there.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I think what happened. I think what could possibly happen if someone gave me, you know, an option to continue this. When Michael comes in, I find it so weird how Corey's dead. He's not even moving. As soon as Michael comes in and gets the mask off the floor, he pulls a Halloween Kills. He's up. Just like how Michael, when he pulls the knife off the back. And I'm like, when I first saying that, you know, my second time watching, I kind of put that together. I'm like, man, he's definitely the shape. You even get to see him, you know, sit up at the 90-degree angle. He has all the mannerisms. He's literally Michael Myers, guys. Think about it. Michael goes home the night he came home. Corey went to the house where his first kill was at and laid in the dry blood stain because that was his first kill. I know Jeremy doesn't count, but this is the one it counts, but it doesn't. It's not something he did. It was an accident. So he is literally Michael Myers. So I think if Michael can survive Halloween Kills and he gets up immediately and he kills like 10 people, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, this movie made money. How about we make Corey be, you know, like that kills Michael, even though he got his neck snapped, you know. But it's like somehow, some way, they incorporate that kills Michael like he's alive. You know how Parker said Myers is alive. Like it's something like that. And then I mean, personally, I don't want to see Corey be Michael. I just don't. Michael Myers, Corey Myers, like I just don't. It just won't work for me. Yeah. But if you want to do like a Netflix show or something, go for it. You know, Haddonfield, the story of Haddonfield, go for it. But I don't want no Corey Myers. I'm sorry.
Corey Myers.
Well, my thought too, though, is that the Michael Myers. I mean, we know he's not immortal, so because Carpenter didn't make him supernatural like a Jason is now, so he's gonna die, and he's in his mid 60s at least now. So it's just a matter of time before physically he's going to die, even though he's still Michael Myers. So I thought the reason I thought it would have been a good idea is just because of his age. If this had been a 20-year-old Myers or 30 or 40 years old, I would have said, no, he's got too many years left. But I'm thinking since we do know that Michael is going to pass away, he's gonna die because he's human. It might have been if they were going to do that transition to someone else, he wouldn't be Michael. He'd just be the new shape. It seems like this would have been around the time to do it because he's in his 60s. He's not getting any younger. We already see how weak and frail he was at the beginning of this movie until he gets a few kills under his belt. Anyway, but I don't necessarily disagree with you. I was just thinking from that side of it, right? Like because of his age, that this may be a time to do it. Of course, you know, he's dead now anyway. They killed him, of course. But Jack, any thoughts on that, or Brett or Knight? Does anyone have any additional ideas or chime in?
Yep, you guys said it all for me at least.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, if Corey, you know, lived on or whatever, it would have been. I think it would have been more well received. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously that would have been his. You know, the fact that he killed himself, saying, "Well, if I can't have her, no one will." It was like, well, dude, yeah, someone else will because you're gonna be dead, and she's still, you know, whatever, 22 years old. You know, this,
right?
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man. It's just interesting some of the choices that they made. Some choices they made were good, and some just seemed like they just didn't pan out right. You know?
Yeah. I mean, if they're trying to set up Corey to be a different type of serial killer, you know, he's not the Hannibal Lecter, but he's the other guy, you know, type thing. I think that would have been more successful as well, because then it doesn't feel cheap, like they're just trying to make, you know, Michael Jr. and, you know, trying to pass that battalion, because I don't think anybody would like that, honestly, with fans,
right,
where they try to make him the new Michael Myers.
Yeah.
But with But if that's what the movie was going to go for, and they actually did it, and he survived, which, I think would have been much, much better, and he became his own serial killer. Because again, he can't be the new Michael. Michael's pure evil, and he has been since he was 6 years old. Corey is a different type of psychopath, and so he has his own thing. So he couldn't be the new Michael Myers just by character alone. So and end it. And again, that's what I'm saying. Like, that could have gone into a Peacock show, and you could have extended that. But I just think the movie was just so unfocused, and I don't know. I love the idea of your video tomorrow, because I want to see what really happened behind the scenes. You're saying, everyone's saying it's executed well, and it was, but the script wasn't. And so it all comes down to the screenplay, at the end of the day. So when you're changing things around, you got to make sure that you're really taking into consideration every aspect. And that's tough with 4 people, unless you're a big writer's room. So I would suspect that maybe one of those writers at least came in at some point once things were already rolling. And that's why it kind of
they did. They did. They came in later in the game, and there
you go. I didn't know that. So you can tell.
That's true. Yeah, they came in. As David says, that they hired 2 more writers to come in and help, like, get our ideas focused correctly or something. Like, he makes some comment like that. It'll be in there. You'll see it tomorrow. But yeah, they were later additions. It wasn't from the beginning. It was they brought them in after they already had ideas. So
yeah, you can tell, because it's just kind of like throw it at the wall and see what sticks, and that's just what they did. Yeah. And didn't take into consideration what was sticking, and if it should be sticking.
Well, Brett, it's funny you say that, man, because I know one thing that always sticks to the wall, and that's spicy mustard. So Intel Wild, for your super chat clip, and I know you're probably new, I know you're fairly new to the channel, at least. Here is one you may or may not have seen.
The hands.
But
watch the arms.
Oh yeah, watch the arms. That's right.
Arms.
Watch how tight the arms are. And in honor of the yellow super chat, I think it's only fitting again. Here comes our good friend, the hot dog.
Do you feel the hunger tonight?
Feel free to sing along at home.
Are you a little hungry? I wanna be a hot dog. Be a hot dog tonight. I'm a hot dog. If you wanna take a bite, I'm a hot dog. If you wanna dip me in spicy mustard, then you can. Yes, I'm a hot dog.
Wow. Man, there it is.
Thank you, Intel Wild, for your $10 super chat. Much appreciated. And guys, remember, your super chats go to the front of the line. So if you want us to make sure you get that up front and center, go ahead and send those in. We'll be sure to get to every one of the super chats, I promise. Now, there's a comment here also I wanted to mention, and this segues us nicely to a clip I want to show. Nightfall Cinema says, Halloween Ants made me wish I could direct my own fan film as a proper conclusion to the trilogy. Well, it's funny, Nightfall Cinema, that you say that now, because our good friend on the panel, Brett James Bishop, if those of you who may or may not be aware, is in the midst of just finishing up or near finishing up his very own Halloween fan film called The Shape of Halloween. So, Brett, please tell us real quickly a little bit about your project.
Yeah.
And then we're going to show an exclusive clip that you'll set up for us.
So, awesome. What I say to him saying, I wish I could make my own fan film to be a proper conclusion, all I have to say is, well, you can.
You can.
Just go and do it. You can. That's why they exist. It's been a minute since I've given any updates on anything. So we filmed like the big finale that we were going to do, and we actually wrapped production or principal photography, I should say, this last weekend. So 2 days ago. So it was it was very. There was moments where I couldn't believe that we were done, because the production had some moments of, one of our actresses had cancer and she took a turn for the worse, so that made a pause, and our cinematographer broke a finger, so then you couldn't operate things, so there's little things that happen, but every time something delayed us, we got something better that we wouldn't have gotten before. So it's one of those, outside of the reasoning, which is terrible and very sad for for some of those, it's still, for the film itself, turned out that we were able to kind of regroup and make something a little bit better than what it was going to be. So yeah, so right now we have some pickups we're going to go do as you normally do after the principal photography is done, and so we're doing that in the next couple of weeks. Going to go up again to the Avenues in Salt Lake City where they filmed Halloween 4 and 5. Make sure we get some of the Halloween decorations on the houses and things like that. It makes our job a little easier for set decoration when someone else has already done it. But and just pick up those little things that you need every now and then just to make things flow, establishing shots and things like that. I mean, again, it's been a blast, and Craven, so much thanks to you and everyone else. Brandon, like we've talked, and Knight and Jack, all of you, we've talked about this movie, and you guys have dealt with my harassment in your inboxes about it. But I think it's even fun. Like when we went and had to do a scene at a house that was Rachel's house up in the Avenues. We wanted that house in there, and I sent that to Brandon, like, look where I'm at. And so it was kind of fun to be able to share that with fans like you guys and people who are loyal. But the thing about that, I'm going to tell you in 5 seconds, that we didn't expect to run into. First, they weren't home when they were supposed to be. So we're like, okay.
I was going to ask. Yeah.
No. They weren't home. And so we're like, well, we could still kind of film. But when we got there, they embraced that they're a Halloween house. So there's Michael Myers stuff everywhere. There's a flag out in the front. There are pillows on the porches. There's a little, I think I see it with you, Brandon, like the little Michael Myers with the jack-o'-lantern behind it. Yeah, they had that on the table. And so we, they knew who we were. So we laid down the pillows and just whatever. But I was like, they're not here. I don't want to touch the flag. So when you see the movie, our Ben Tramer is standing right in front of, like, he's blocking it from behind him where the flag is. And so we had to create blocking for that to make it where we can still shoot it, because it's a little on the nose if you have a Michael Myers flag flying.
That's hilarious.
So there's little things that happen, but anyway, so this clip isn't like footage from the movie, because we're being very careful about when we want to release the actual footage and things like that, and make it exciting for everybody and the anticipation. But what it is we were filming on Friday, and Paige Mitten, who plays Laurie Strode and is phenomenal in this version of Halloween, it was her last day, so she was wrapping, and I remembered that she did I'll show you. But anyway, so it was interesting. I had some footage from the audition day to this final moment, and so I just decided to mesh them together, and I sent to Craven, said, "Hey, if you want to show it, that'd be cool. If not, left, yeah." So that's what.
It's always a pleasure to show updates on the film. So real quick, guys, this is from Brett James Bishop's film, The Shape of Halloween. Here's an update clip for you guys, exclusively on Craven Something Scary.
And this is a wrap on Paige as Laurie Strode.
Hella lead, bro. We appreciate it. Yep. I appreciate all of you guys. Seriously, this has been such a good experience. So grateful for each and every one of you.
Yes. I'm thinking back right now of your Instagram story with the audition.
Yeah. When I was like, this is the best audition, I was like, I don't even know if I got it, but I had so much fun. Like, I had this whole, I was talking about, I just got to play and be in this moment, and it was so fun to interact with everybody. And okay, excuse this terrible lighting and angle and everything, but I just got out of the funnest audition, honestly, I've maybe ever had. It was the best. The production crew that was there, they were so fun. They were so cool. We were doing improv on scary movies, which I know nothing about, and the scenes, and we just chatted. It was just the best experience. It was so fun. It was for The Shape of Halloween. Go follow them. They're super cool. This is gonna be an awesome movie. Utah Film Friends, definitely check it out. You're gonna want to work on this set. The people are so cool. It was so fun. This really has been just the best experience. So thanks all of you guys.
Thank you. Another clap. Another round of applause.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
Very
when
cool.
you hear in the background, he goes, "Halloween, bro." That's our Loomis. He's so good. He's so good. But yeah, there's a lot of tears with that, and yeah, if anything, just bringing people together to dive into their passions, a lot like what your channel does, Craven. Like, you get people together that are excited for the same type of thing, and you kind of give them a little bit of a voice, and then you see them in the chats, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nice to be so inclusive with everybody, and give them those opportunities. So yeah.
Oh man,
That was awesome.
So cool. Yes, very awesome.
Thank her. Just wait for it.
Yeah. Well, listen, when we get closer to this thing getting ready to be like coming out and actually post-production's all done and all that stuff, we'll be talking. I want to see about maybe with your help to coordinate getting some of these folks on the stream, like on the cast members, and so we can kind of do a stream about the movie and interview everybody. I'd love to do that.
Yeah,
sometime.
they're excited. I brought it up already. They're excited for the idea.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. The Shape of Halloween, guys. Go follow them on Instagram. And your handle, right? Tell us, Brett, how can they get you on Instagram again?
Instagram.com/Shape of Halloween. And not to mention that Craven has his little cameo.
I do.
And we also, we are bringing on Night. We're not telling anybody what it is, though. We're bringing on Night just for some voiceover work. So I haven't told even Craven didn't know that. So yeah, and also there's even a shot I sent it to Craven when we were shooting.
Good night, Catherine.
Oh, good night. Where Lori is kneeling down by a coat rack, and there's the Craven Something Scary, the Cold of Craven sweatshirt of mine that is right there, and you can see it perfectly. The artwork. So
cool,
little things like that were, because again, in the movie, Craven has a cameo as himself on a screen, so to make it, to kind of show that he exists within this world, someone would have a sweatshirt of him. So,
yes,
there you go.
Nice.
I love
He's
it.
a celebrity within Haddonfield.
I can't wait. I'm actually in Haddonfield. That's so friggin' cool.
You made
man.
it, baby.
I made it to Haddonfield.
Yeah.
Without the stinking radio tower, I still got there, baby.
Yep. Next is Woodsboro. Next we need you in Woodsboro, Stephen.
That's right.
Yeah, see,
we need you teaching at Woodsboro High. You need to be the new horror club. Yeah,
totally.
You need to be there.
I'm going to bring up something else too. I didn't think about until now when you said that. We do have the high school scene. We have a classroom scene because you kind of have to.
Of course.
But I mean, we don't have her looking out the window and seeing Michael or anything, because our story's a little different. But when I was there and I was looking at everybody, and there's Bob, the character Bob's in there, and then there's Ben Tramer, and there's Lori. I was like, this is so weirdly surreal that even though it's our version of it, that it just feels like a Halloween movie. So it's like really exciting to be. That was exciting.
Cool. That's awesome, man. Well, we're all very excited, and stay tuned. There'll be more updates coming in a few weeks. We'll as things progress, and eventually we'll have a trailer and all kinds of good stuff. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and following him over on Instagram. For sure.
Yes. Shape of Halloween.
That's right. Now, Brandon. I almost said Brett. BRs. I got it right. I know, BRs. So, Brandon,
you didn't mess it up as much as we thought. We thought it was going to be worse. You did good tonight.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to go a little bit longer, guys. We still got like over 50 people here, so we'll stick around for a while. But I know Brandon does have to head out. And so I got your message. So I wanted to respect your time and say thank you so much, Brandon, for joining us tonight. And I think there's more to be said, because we can't cover it all in one live stream.
Yeah.
So we're going to have I want you to come back soon if you're up for it, and we can kind of dig deeper and reckon another week or so after it continues to settle.
Yeah, man. I'm hanging on. I'm tired. I'm still trying to hang on deep, man.
Oh, good, brother. I know, man. I get it, dude. Trust me. No worries.
It was fun, though, man. It was super fun talking and everything. Especially because I haven't heard, any of your guys, opinions on it. Night, Craven. I was like, man, I was in the theaters. I'm like, man, I wonder what Night and Craven. I swear, man, I was looking at my wife, like I was looking at her in her seat, and she's just like, look, and I'm just looking like, can you look at me and just like, can we like have eye contact, and we can kind of like be like, hey man, what is this? I'm by myself in the middle of the seat, like it's this guy next to me. He's like, man, no, they didn't. this is a disgrace. We're like in the
Wow.
part where Corey gets dragged. He's like, this is a disgrace. It's no way Michael wouldn't have killed him, man. He's like talking loud. I'm cracking up.
Oh man,
so funny.
Soon as we walked out, he just says, "Man, that was horse." Shh.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I'm just like, man,
it's a mixed bag, man, for everybody.
I sent you the screenshot, Stephen, of the IMDb polls. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a movie like this totally like evenly mixed down the line.
It is. It's evenly
crazy.
mixed.
Yes.
And I should have ran a poll tonight. Darn it. I should have started it when we started. I mean, I still could with 50 people, but
do it. Throw it on.
You know, I want to throw up a poll of whether you liked it or not, guys. Everyone's still here the rest
Make
of the
sure
way.
you do 3 options.
Do 3. Do 3.
I know. Do the 3.
I saw that last time.
Yeah. So it's interesting, man. Everything, the polls I've run, all are really close to 50-50.
Yeah.
It edges a little bit higher on the liked it versus not liked it, but they're close. It's like really like straight down. You got half over here, half over here. So, but Brandon, thank you again. Everyone, go subscribe to I Like Scary and all my guests right now, actually, for that matter. Lightwatch Zone, Brett James Bishop, and Jack Stannis. Be sure you subscribe. The links in the chat or in the in the description of the stream right now. You can go there and just click it. But Brandon, it's been a pleasure, my friend. Get some rest, man, and let's do this again very, very soon. All right?
Yeah, just hit me up, Craven, man. Definitely I'll hop back on. It's always fun being over here. And,
always.
So you guys enjoy your night and have fun with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Do, brother. Take care, man.
See you guys.
All right,
see you later. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. Don't worry, guys. Nobody leave. We're not done yet. There's more to be said because we're just getting started. And by the way, speaking of just getting started, Intel Wild with a $20 super chat. Wow, that's very generous of you. Thank you so much. Now he asked one question: what does orange get me? Oh, because yellow got him the mustard. So what does? Because wait till you see what the red one gets you. Oh, boy, the red one. Every once in a while, the red one drops, and it's a really special. I'll tell you what, Intel Wild.
You get Steven. You get Steven singing Silver Shamrock. Steven, you got to sing Silver Shamrock. That's orange.
I thought that was red. I thought red was going to be.
Is that red? Oh, that's red.
It's red.
Okay,
not orange. So when you hit red, check this out, Intel Wild. If you go to the red level, you get all 4 of us singing Silver Shamrock live with Jack Stannis on the guitar doing a live rendition.
Totally out of sync too. Of us all just like yeah.
It's gorgeous. So the color red brings you live actual entertainment.
Live
by
entertainment.
all of us on the panel with guitar and everything. But for orange is awesome. So thank you so much. Seriously, really do appreciate it. And Intel Wild, since you're fairly new here to the channel, let's hit you with some classics here. We'll do a couple of Bobos.
Yeah.
And let's get a Bobo. It's been a while. We'll do some Bobos, and then we'll do a couple of other dancing clips as well. So Intel Wild, here you go. Special clips just for your super chat. Hope you enjoy. Here we go.
I'm going to make your Bobo bounce right now.
I'll make your bubs bounce. I'll make your bubs bounce. Let's go.
I love his eyebrows. His little eyebrows that pop up every now and then.
Yeah,
right.
It's like
caterpillars. Yep.
Yeah, it's like and into a while, I'm gonna throw one more for you, my man, because one thing that's very important, as we saw with the running around that Corey did and this movie and things, you got to be very careful to make sure you watch where you're going, because you don't want to trip and fall, because bad things can happen if you trip and fall, just like this. Gotta love that.
What is that from? What is that from?
That is from the Pink Panther, The Revenge of the Pink Panther. But it's the second one.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's the second one. It's awesome.
That's it.
I had to throw that in there. So Intel Wild, thank you so much for your generous super chat. Really do much appreciated. All right. Intel Wild says red. He says I'd pay $50 for that.
Let's see.
Well, you know, we'll deliver, my friend. If you do that, seriously, if you do that, we will deliver. We're not joking. We'll actually do it. Says you guys are crazy. Yeah, we like to have a good time.
We're cray-cray.
That bathrobes. You remember that one, Steven? The bathrobe?
Oh, that's right. Jack said, I forgot what the dollar amount Jack said.
It's like $100 I'll get in my bathrobe and I'll sing you a song.
Yes, that's right. For $100, he's singing an original song in his bathrobe. That's awesome,
too
man.
funny.
That's so great.
Oh, gosh, yep.
And coming in also here, Justin Proper with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Justin. He says, oh gosh, I had colonoscopies. That sucked. Les, bottom end. Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Let's be very clear. There's worse Halloween movies than this. This is
I think there are.
Dude,
I believe there are worse Halloween movies.
There are people that have proclaimed that this is the worst, and I just said, dude, do you remember some of the things that we've seen? Yeah, you know, so I mean, you know, but you know, one thing about the Halloween franchise, everyone has, there's a movie that everyone likes that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something for everyone. But this movie, although it was out of the box and made some choices that were kind of, you know, it still had a lot of great things about it too, you know, which puts it above, at least for me, Resurrection for sure. Like, it's not even a question for me, you know? So.
Right.
And can I just say one other thing really quickly, guys, really fast? You know, we love hanging out with you guys. Again, there's over 50 people here. It's amazing. Our goal tonight, when we started this stream, was to hit at least 100 likes, because that means that this stream is being pushed out to more people. The algorithm likes it better, and you guys are helping to make that happen. We're at 75. We're almost there. We are 3/4 to goal. So if you happen to be here and just haven't remembered or thought about the like button tonight, if you would smash that right now, we would really appreciate it. And it would show my guests that are here tonight that we appreciate them being here, because it will help us get to new people right now. Like, as we're talking, YouTube will shoot it out to recommended people. And we would greatly appreciate that, as we're on our goal to 100. And I think we can do it. You guys can help us get there. I know we can. So we appreciate that. Justin, real quick, for your super chat clip, let's see. What do we got good here? Let's go back in the vault a little bit.
Let's do it.
Here's one that we haven't done in a little bit. And I love it, because every time someone sends a super chat, what they're really saying is they just want to help out the conversation.
Well, I didn't know you wanted to get involved with the discussion, Mr. Helper.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
And, you know, that's how you let us know when a super chat. So
do it.
Thank you, Justin. All right. Let's see here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Knight, by the way, I am excited for the Twister sequel.
You are?
Oh.
And one day I'll tell you.
Twister sequel?
Yep. They're finding directors right now. I don't want to take focus off this, but I saw you weren't excited, but yeah, I think I have an idea. I've had it for years for what to do with it, and it actually sounds like very similar. So one day I'll probably just tell you. So then when it comes out, I'll be like, see, they are stealing my ideas. I know they have been.
Nice.
Twister, there was that movie Dante's Peak about the volcano. Yes. You know, good movie. Yeah, good movies.
It's called Twisters. There's more than
Twisters.
one game. More than one game. Yeah.
Nice.
And the daughter of Helen Hunt.
Oh my God.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I gotta tell you something. Something else that's gonna be amazing and volcanic is in 2 weeks, guys. I am having the stunt double for Jamie Lee Curtis from the current Halloween trilogy, Ashley Ray Riddick, here on the channel for her third visit to watch. That's right, not just talk about it. We are going to watch the entire movie of Halloween Ends live with Ashley Ray Riddick. She is going to share all of her behind the scenes time with the movie, all the times she was Jamie's stunt double in the fight scenes with James Jude Courtney, and she's going to let us know all of the stories of filming this movie. So I am extremely honored and excited to have her back to watch the movie with her live, and all of you guys as well. So please make plans. It's Halloween weekend. It's the perfect time. The Saturday before Halloween. We're watching it 9:30 p.m. again right here on this channel, and you won't find it anywhere else.
That's fantastic. I need to add to my answer earlier when you said, what was I thinking going in? And this is true. I said, no matter how good or bad it is, I'm watching that live watch along with her because she is she's such a great guest. She's such a great person, and she's fantastic. So
she is incredible.
Yep.
Thank you, man. And real quick to Intel Wild, thank you so much. Just subbed from my channels. That is awesome. Cool. Thank you for supporting everyone, Intel Wild, and thank you and welcome to the family. All right, I was going to say right now, welcome to the family. I hope that you're not a stranger after this stream. I sincerely do. I hope you'll be back. I stream every Saturday night. I stream every Monday night. I stream every Wednesday, usually in the mornings. And then occasional days I'll add extra streams. You just never know. But thank you so much. Appreciate that. And thank you, Brett, for saying that as well. Because
for real,
if you guys have not seen my interview with her, that was done, I've got it on my channel, and we did a watch party of 2018 with her. Knight joined me for that, and that was about a month ago or so now. Something like that.
That was so fun.
It was really fun. And so if you guys have not seen that or the interview with her, she is so full of passion and zeal for this trilogy and for her role and working with Jamie Lee Curtis. She has an incredible stuff to say about it and about working with her and David Gordon Green. Anyway, I won't say any more about it other than just go watch it if you haven't. It's on the front page of my channel. It's the tag video at the top, and give it a watch. You'll be glad.
I wonder when her NDA is up, because I really want to hear her thoughts, especially with the different endings, if she was part of anything or what she knows.
Well, I'm going to ask her.
Well, I don't know. Hopefully she can answer. I don't know how long those go.
I don't know if she can answer, but I'm asking.
Definitely ask. And then, the other thing too is I was watching 2018 Halloween with somebody who hadn't seen it before, and dang it, I looked for her. Like I'm saying, on those shots, I'm like, okay, that's her. Okay, that's her.
Yes.
Yes. So it was pretty cool. It kind of pulled me up, but it was also really cool at the same time.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like we see her at the front door now, and you see her feet going up. There's Ashley.
Yep.
You can kind of remember all those when she was telling us about. And even this movie, when they were in the kitchen, I'm like, anytime she gets thrown up to the sink up there, there's Allison. She's thrown across the kitchen thing. That's her.
Yeah, you should jot in your notes, and you may have already done this, to ask her about how she felt when Jamie Lee Curtis wanted to do the stunt with the face in the glass, and like she's like, I wanted that to be me. I didn't want to be a stunt person. Just kind of see, like, I bet you she was super cool about that, and totally supportive. So that'd be interesting.
Hey man,
there was something to that.
That sounds like an amazing super chat to send in. That sounds like a great question. That's awesome.
Okay, I will. I just picked up what you put down. I was like, it will be. I hope someone does.
So yeah, that towards me. Okay. What a great super chat. No, I'm messing with you. Oh, but do at least Instagram me that, would you?
Okay.
Because I have not gotten that written down, so that one I might miss that one.
No, you're good. If you do,
anyway, guys, so we're going to go here just for a few more minutes. We're going to start wrapping this thing up here for tonight, but because we're hitting about a 3-hour mark, so it's been fun. We'll go just a little bit, just a few more minutes. So, Jack, tell me, my man, and I'm not asking you to rank this movie because it's, in my opinion, way too soon to rank
Yeah.
Anyway, at least for me, there's no way I'm going to try to rank this after 6 viewings. And it's so raw, right? Everything's still raw.
The wound is still open. It's got to heal up.
Yeah, it needs to heal up to gain perspective. So until then, I am not asking anybody to rank, but I am asking you to put it like on a scale of 1 to 10. What's your ranking? What's your number?
My IMDb rating is a 4 right now.
Okay.
Right now, it's a 4 out of 10. So.
All right. Fair. Brett, where would your ranking?
It's so 10? It's so tough because, again, as you guys said with the polls, that it's so evenly split. I feel like that within myself. So it's I love the Corey storyline. I love that pilot, as I like to look at it. But I don't know. I don't know how to rank it. Maybe just a 5 because I'm right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's the thing for me. It was a 5, and then I'll wake up in a bad mood one day. I'm like, oh, that's going down to a 4. Oh no, wait, I'm feeling good. Let's go back up to a 5.
I love that.
I'm taking it out on
3
you.
times.
If you ever work for Rotten Tomatoes, you have to just do the one.
Yeah. I know.
You gotta be sure when you say that. No.
Yep.
I love it. All right, so that's fair, man. And Knight, how about you, man? I know. Where do you think you're at now? Has it changed any? Or
I don't know. I don't know if it's really changed or not. It's still kind of shifting a little bit, kind of like what Brett was saying. I'm still trying to put it all together. I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's not a dumpster fire.
No.
It makes some missteps. And it has a lot of deleted stuff. So it's sometimes, that's a factor as well, because like I said, that might have pushed me in one way or the other. But I'd probably say a 6. I don't hate it.
It's tough though, huh?
It is tough though, but I'd probably say a 6.
It also depends on the perspective on it. Does this make a good Halloween movie? Does this make a good Halloween movie in this trilogy? Does it make a good ending to a trilogy? Does it, you know what I'm saying? Or does it fit in this? So there's so many different things where it's I think 2018 could be answered easily, pretty much the same. Is it a good Halloween movie? Yeah. Is it good for a good start of the trilogy? Yes. Is it, but this one's yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah, it's a good horror film. It's not a great Halloween movie. Definitely not a good third chapter. But it's also very, you know what I'm saying? So it's so scattershot that it's hard to get one consensus of.
I didn't jump at all either throughout the movie. I didn't have any jump scares throughout it.
Oh, really?
I wasn't ooh. I think the kid was probably the only thing that really made me jump a little bit. But besides that, I kind of just was I was where are the jump scares? I love that when it comes to scary movies, and I didn't feel that for me at least. I can only speak for myself.
If you like those, I would recommend Smile. In a really
it's good. Yeah.
No
okay.
spoiler,
yeah.
That's it. That's a scary movie, Craven. Scary part. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. Oh gosh, I'm so paranoid about it.
I don't spoil. That's my big thing. No, but anyway, sorry. That was sassy. I'm sorry. No, I do want to tell you one of my favorite parts though, in it, because I was going to say this earlier and I just thought of it. So when she stabs him into the table and things like that, but when he does rip his hand out and grabs her by the throat, and she's whatever her line is, I think she says, "Do it,
do it, yeah,
do it." And then the music cue and the flashback. I thought in the theater, I leaned back and I was like, "Well, let it wash over me." That is fantastic.
Yes,
that is absolutely great. And the only time in the movie where it feels like, oh, this is wrapping up a trilogy, and a saga. So anyway, I thought I'd mention that. Yeah. Jamie, she did so good.
She did great. She did great. And I don't know. Oh, and by the way, I'm still at 5 out of 10. So I'm right there with you guys. I'm right there in that middle range. That's exactly where I'm at. And I want to say that, in my opinion, looking at the performances, I'm not talking about characters or writing. I'm talking about actors now. Actors real people. Yeah. I thought the real actors did a great job in their roles. They delivered what was written for them, I thought, very well. Mm-hmm. And then we could argue and debate and whether what was written for them was great. But as far as execution delivery, I thought these guys all nailed it. I didn't feel like anyone. I didn't have a feeling like Scream 5. When I walked there, they're saying, "Man, that Melissa role was rough." Yeah. That was rough, man. I didn't feel that way about this movie. Yeah. I thought everyone was great as far as their acting ability.
Yeah, the acting. The thing with me was only just some of the dialogue was very wonky. Yeah. It did not feel that, but that has nothing to do with the acting. You could deliver an unnatural piece of dialogue and have it sound like Shakespeare, you know? So I agree. Everybody in their specific roles for what was given to them, great. I had no problem with it.
For sure. Yeah. Totally. Austin gives it a 6 out of 10 as well for matching Knight's ranking. Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
I think it's a good chunk of the fandom is around that midpoint. That seems to be the case, or higher.
And that's what's disappointing is that I wish that this was the slam bang ending that we were hoping for.
Yeah, I know.
Because even if you add, I was thinking about this with what Knight said earlier. Even if you added 5 minutes to the final fight, it's still disconnected from the rest of the movie. You have to have Michael being built up as they did in 2018 to that final thing, not because it's legacy and it's supposed to be coming, but because it earned to be coming. Like they needed to earn that big ending, and so regardless, it still would have felt disconnected. And that's just this was just better balance between the Corey and Michael stuff.
I was hoping this was going to be the trilogy that I would show my kids one day. Like when I'm like, oh, you want to watch Halloween? Okay, this is where we're starting off. But I still am going straight to Halloween 2. That's where I go. That's where I end up. So or 18. What day I'm feeling? What am I feeling in the morning? It's like that. It's like that for me. I really do like the original Halloween 2, minus the wonky looking mask. I really do like the story with that. I like the continuation of that night.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, very cool.
I showed my daughter Halloween 78, so she has now seen the original, and she liked it. She said she really liked it. But I can already tell I think she's going to be like me.
Yeah.
She's going to put Scream as her favorite because I said, hey, you ready to watch the new 2018 so we can keep this timeline going, 2018 and Kills? And she's like, I want to see Scream 5. I'm like, okay, we'll put Scream 5 back on. So I think she liked it, but I also think that, let's remember too, she's 12, 78 is from 78. It's a different vibe from the entertainment today that they're used to consuming at that age. So some of that could just be, but she said she liked it though. She didn't say, I mean, she asked her, I said, did you really like it or not? She said, yeah, I liked it.
Did she Did she put it together that's what's playing at the end of the first Scream?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
good.
Oh, in fact, she's
like,
telling me.
I know this. Yeah.
No. Check this out. We're watching the Scream TV show, and she's like, "Oh, listen." She says that sounds like the Halloween theme.
Oh wow.
She said this is her. She's like, she's 12. She's like, they've incorporated the Halloween piano into the music, and I'm listening to it. And I'm like, they did because they're not doing the exact dun, but it's like it's the very similar sound to the Halloween piano theme. And so she's calling it out. That's how observant she is. And so no, it's
just reminds me of me and my mom. I'm telling you, when we watched Elm Street together, I will never ever forget that. So that's so great you're doing that with her, man. Because I literally when I saw Heather was talking about how she'd love to come back for a sequel again, the first person I sent it to I sent it right to my mom. I said, "How awesome would this be?" That movie bonded us for life.
And
so
that's so beautiful for both of you, and I'm sure Knight has similar stories too. Where you get opportunities to just have those bonding things. I'm not going to get really deep. I didn't really have that type of upbringing, so when I hear it and I see it, it's like that's really cool that you guys have those moments to reflect on and never ever take them for granted.
Never. And they're new.
It's like one day when she's gone, like I know when I watch that movie, she will still be with me, and I will pass that on to my kids. So it's just, movies transcend just the screen. They really can touch your lives in such a deep and impactful way. And
absolutely.
It's amazing. It's really amazing.
It's so true. And
well said.
Yeah. It will carry on, it will live on, and those are really cool. Any kind of moments where you can connect and bond with your kid in whatever it might be, that's something that will be always remembered.
Oh wow.
And it's really special. So
sorry, my screen went weird for a second.
I was like, oh, what did I miss? So hey guys, real quick, Justin coming in with the $5 super chat. Justin, thank you, my friend. I expected better from David Gordon Green. Halloween, Dark Fate.
I didn't mean to read ahead, but that was hilarious.
Resurrection was a lobotomy. Oh my gosh. Let go. That's why this hurts more than Resurrection.
Interesting. That's an interesting perspective.
Wow. Interesting. Okay.
Wow.
Hey, like I say, man, I applaud everyone and their opinions on this movie and any of the movies. I think because they all and I look when I do these videos or polls on ranking like franchise, like the Scream franchise. I did a rankings video finally after a year. I got one up last month, and what I love the most about it is reading all the comments of people putting their rankings in, and how very different everyone's rankings are. It's so incredible, and I think that they're all correct. Like they're all right because for them, they connected with some more than others. Some have the second movie number one, the fifth movie number one, the third movie. Yeah. Honestly, every sequel, someone ranked their favorite over the others.
Yeah,
and
my brother's the third one. It's his favorite.
Man, there you go.
Yeah, it's just interesting, which is not bad. It's great.
No, it's cool. I love that. So, Justin, you're okay, my friend. I think that's cool. Whatever it is that you like in these movies and don't like is great. And that's
Halloween Dark Fate, man. Sorry.
I know. Halloween
what
Dark
a great
Fate.
reference. That's fantastic.
Well, and the good thing is that there's 13 of them in the franchise. So if for any reason someone doesn't like Halloween Ends, well, guess what? You got 12 other entries. You're going to find one you like.
Pick your own ending.
Pick it. Or do what I do. Watch H2O, and then there is no resurrection in I don't acknowledge resurrection as canon. She kills Michael Myers. That's it in my mind. That's how I watch it. And if you want to watch Ends as an anthology piece where they happen to bring in legacy characters again, do it. And honestly, I enjoy it when I think of this as a standalone movie. I really do. I think this is really a good character. I don't like what they did with him and how he went out. That part I don't like because it just seems to me you undid all the stuff.
The whole movie,
on
the
for
whole
an hour
movie.
and 20 minutes. But that bugs me. So anyway, you guys get what I'm saying, though. So
I mean, if they would have built up that, him stealing the throne and Michael coming in to reclaim his spot, if it would have been more like that, then I would be okay with the Corey being killed off. But like I'm the king, you can't take me out type thing. So only the queen can take out the king. So
man, sometimes one word I've heard about this film, and I'll play this as a super chat clip because I have heard someone say this movie is confusing to them.
Is confusing. It is confusing. Say your god pronouns.
There you go. So the Moose said it right. Say your pronouns.
That's hilarious.
Thank you, Justin, for your super chat, my friend. Okay. And Justin says, just to be clear, Resurrection is worse. Okay. There you go. There you go.
And what's funny? Everyone keeps bringing up Resurrection too, but not in the context. I remember walking out of the movie when I'm trying to wrap my head around what I just watched with this one, and I kept thinking that's the first thing I kept thinking is like this is like Resurrection. Whereas if they would have taken the Halloween elements out of it, it would have been a good original movie. It could have stood on its own. So this is just a Corey movie being a serial killer that found another serial killer that has been off the grid for a while and that was famous at some point. Like that just would have been a lot richer. And so it's so hard. There's so many.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's complicated.
Yeah. That's the beauty of it, though. I love when even though if you don't quite enjoy it, I just love the chats afterwards.
Absolutely.
And picking it apart. That's even more fun than watching the movie, honestly.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, I wrote that too. I said after I was watching it, I was actually more anticipating hearing what everyone else was thinking versus even the level of anticipation going into the movie itself. Like I was so like I Craven, all you guys have been on my mind all weekend. Like I can't wait to hear like what you guys think. And
me too.
Even Eric was like, I'm nervous about Night and Craven. I'm really nervous about how they're going to take it, if they're going to like it or not. So,
I know, man. It's been fun getting these panels pulled together with people who could come, and because I was so excited to get everyone here that we could talk about it, and it's just great, man. And I think that I'm going to continue talking about it, but by the time we get to the end of the week, I think it'll be more like
dead horse, a beaten dead horse. Yeah,
kind of like gonna ease up a little bit. Like I'm not gonna stop completely, but I'm gonna start mixing in Scream a little bit, other movies coming out, other things happening. Megan.
I was just about to say that, dude.
At the same time.
I was so disturbed by that freaking trailer, dude.
I love it.
Right?
Oh my god,
I already posted. Look, I did something that you never do. You're in release week of a major film.
Yeah.
And I drop a video about Megan that's coming out in January. Nobody watches it. It's got like 130 views.
Wow.
Nobody's watching
I'll go watch it right now.
I'll go watch it.
Seriously, man. I said I don't care because the trailer dropped. I want to do a video on it. So
it looks epic. Epic.
It
That when
does.
she's on all fours, man. Forget it. That was it. Forget
that's
it.
so creepy.
Hey, Craven.
It creeped me out.
Really fast, Craven. This is cool.
Really fast, and we're gonna go ahead and
I know, really fast. I saw it. So, but I wanted to ask you this a couple minutes
Go ahead.
ago. So, you also have predicted box office. Has anything changed in your mind of where it will land?
As far as the end number,
Yes. 'Cause you're like 150 or bigger, right?
that's So my thought going into this, and I know that it's number one this weekend, and I think it did 40 million. Is that right? Opening?
It did 40, which
41,
is about
something like that.
15 million less than what they hoped it to make.
Okay, but you know what? Scream 5 did 35 opening weekend, and Scream 5 hit 140. So
we'll see. Yeah, let's see.
I'm just saying as a comparative. So
Right.
Yeah.
I think 140 they're on pace to still hit around 150. It's my guess. I'm gonna hang on to that. We'll see what the next couple of weeks do.
Yeah, this next weekend's a big
the next
factor.
weekend because it starts to
Yeah.
everything starts to fall after week
If
2.
it has
usually.
if it has a 70 in the negative 70% somewhere in there or higher, yeah, that's where you can adjust your numbers pretty well.
Yep.
Yes, big time. Travis, you're right. Pearl also looks awesome.
I didn't see Pearl yet.
I haven't
Steven,
seen it.
we got to continue it together. We got to continue it together. We got to
Yeah,
do
watch
the watch
party. I
party
haven't
for
seen
it,
it.
okay?
I haven't
Let me
watched it
know.
either.
Yeah, when it comes out.
I'll wait. I'll
Yeah.
wait for you.
You guys
Okay.
want to wait? Nice.
I'll wait. I'll wait. Yes. Yes, I
Okay.
will wait.
We'll all watch
Yeah.
it. We'll watch it together on a panel on a live stream. Love that. And Knight, do you need to head out right this second? Or do you got 5 minutes? Or you want to head out? You need to head out. Now. It's up to you.
I might have to get going because I
Okay,
don't
buddy.
want to cut you off in the middle.
No, that's okay, man. Knight, thank you, man, for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it.
No,
It's
my
always
pleasure,
a blast, man. So
my
much fun.
pleasure. It's always a good time.
Absolutely, Knight.
And good to hang out
It's
with
always
you
good
guys
seeing
too.
you, man. I know, right?
Yeah.
Let's get that alien watch party stream scheduled soon.
I know,
Please.
Jack.
I've been
Jack's
thinking
like, we
about that
gotta do it.
nonstop. I'll dress up like Ripley, please. I'll dress up like her.
Oh, there you go.
Do it, man. That's awesome.
Right?
Oh man, I'll be there for that. I won't miss that.
Right? I know.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, Knight, thanks, man. Anything you want to plug real
Thanks,
quick, buddy, before you head out, or?
Well, we're gonna be doing a watch party on Wednesday night,
Yes,
6:30.
that's right.
Stage Fright, you, me, Katie, and Coriander. So that'll be on Wednesday night. Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna do that over on Knight's channel. We're gonna be doing that
Yes.
Wednesday. We're gonna be
Yes.
watching this movie that it's a first time watch for us. It's Knight
For
found
all
it
of us.
for all of
Yep.
us. It's a murder mystery. It's like a whodunit from the 80s.
Slasher. Yep.
I love those slashers. So I'm excited. I can't
Me
wait.
too.
Wednesday.
Yes,
It's at 6:30 Eastern on Wednesday.
Great.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yes. So you guys have got to get it. You got to come over there to tonight's channel. It's already up on his channel. So when you go
Yes.
when you hit the link to go to the Night Watch Zone, you'll see it. Hit the notify me button.
Notify
That's
me.
what I'm trying to
Notify,
say.
yep.
Notify me so you don't forget. It's gonna be awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, Jack and Brett and I are going to hang out for about 5 more minutes. We're going to finish this thing up to the even hour of. Anyway, we're going to finish it up, but
All
that's
right,
fine.
guys.
That's all right. All right, Knight, you take care, my man, and
All
appreciate you,
right.
buddy. We'll see you soon.
All right, man.
All
Catch
right.
you guys later.
We'll talk to you
man.
later.
Alrighty.
Good
Yep.
night.
Bye bye.
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 All right. So real quick, we got ourselves another super chats coming in. Justin,
Sweet.
with another $5. Thank you so much. At least Resurrection had the decency to shoot you in the face straight up from the beginning. Ends was like slowly bleeding out and softening the wounds.
Oh boy.
Justin
This
just
is
didn't like
fun.
this movie, man. That's all. And that's all right. I'm sorry you didn't know, Justin. That's a shame. I know it stinks when you watch a movie you've been waiting a year for and it doesn't deliver to what you hope for.
Let me jump off on something what Justin's saying. I texted this to you, Stephen, but there's only so many times I can be let down by modern horror requel trilogies, and it's been twice now already. And the only other one that I could really think about is Scream. And Stephen, I'm telling you, if they do that to our Scream,
oh no, yeah.
I will have. I think I will have completely lost faith in the whole requel thing, and that's it. Let's get original from now on.
Yeah.
Because dude, it's happened twice: Star Wars and now Halloween. And I wasn't even that huge of a Halloween fan, and it still messed me up for a day after. Different company. Radio Silence is different company, but I hope they know where they're going and what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you said Star Wars and Scream, right? Or this one? This one, sorry.
Star Wars and Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have that and Jurassic. Because they did
and Jurassic. And Jurassic. How could I forget about that? And Jurassic World. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's interesting. Actually, there's a lot of comparisons between this Halloween trilogy and Jurassic as far as I thought the first one was really solid. I really didn't like the second one, and the third was like they told a story that nobody knew they were going to tell. They had nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
So it's
exactly.
Kind of similar in that regard.
Yes. Exactly. So.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about that, man. If 6 is done if it's done in a way that's not really original and not done, it just depends on the execution and the writing. But I swear, I don't know what I will do. I will be in an utter state.
I'd be heartbroken. I would be heartbroken.
I would be too.
Yeah.
But hopefully, you know what? I'm staying optimistic though, guys.
Yes,
let's stay optimistic. I think that Radio Silence is gonna elevate this movie. They certainly have talked like they're going to and saying the things, and we've got a great cast.
Great cast. Yes.
Dude, I'm seriously, all of these actors, it's got to come on, man.
Yeah.
It's got to be good.
Yeah.
So
Courtney Cox is going to shine in this one. I know she is. I just have that feeling.
Maybe she'll finally take a phone call.
Yes, she will. I know it. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I say if they bomb on this, then we're making our own movie. That will be the next one.
100%.
Yep.
That's it.
Yes.
Yep.
Because then I can play Ghostface voice. I'm excited.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Yep.
I've been trying to do that for a long time now. So
there we go. Nice. Awesome.
I'll tell you what. Where are we at here? Let me play a clip real quick here for Justin for his super chat. Let's play another clip. Let's see here. How about just a little keyboard solo? Here we go.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just like the keyboard player to take it.
Yeah.
Take it, Moose.
Oh, wagga, wagga.
Yeah.
When I sent that to you, I was like, I'm excited to see what he picks. Like those are, and that's a reunion, by the way. Craven knows that, but that's how popular the Biscuit one was. That they did a reunion.
Wow,
so ridiculous.
That's a reunion. I hope I can get him on the channel. I'm really going to try to get him on. Seriously, it would be. Can you imagine, dude?
Get them and get spicy mustard on here at the same time.
Oh gosh!
Can you imagine?
Oh, they're different. No, the mustard's the hot dog one.
Yeah, it's a different one.
Yeah, okay.
The Moose is the biscuits and the
biscuits.
All these others.
Yeah.
Good night, Tanisha. You take care.
Good night, Tanisha.
Have a good one. Great you were here. Glad to have you. Jason Dyer saying you guys rock. Thank you, Jason.
Thanks,
so
Jason.
Very kind of you, my friend.
We try.
We do. We try hard. We work hard.
You guys are awesome, so that's great.
Oh yeah, good time tonight. Good time.
Justin says if David Gordon Green starts calling us toxic man babies, it's over.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen him say anything like that. So hopefully not.
I hate it when filmmakers, if something doesn't gel, they just blame the audience.
It's terrible.
Oh yeah,
it's
like
terrible.
it's our fault. Like we didn't get it. You guys just don't understand. You just can't understand the film.
How can fandom be toxic? I'm just
I was gonna say have Mindy. Just give him Mindy's number. Mindy will talk to them.
Yeah.
She'll speak for all of us.
I loved her performance. I love that character.
I did. I loved.
Yeah. Honestly,
Jasmine.
as I've rewatched it with my daughter, twice now again.
Yeah.
Because now I've seen it 11 times. I actually do like Mindy's performance. I liked it. I mean, I always thought it was good, but I like it more and more every time I see it. I'm like, she's really solid in her role, and her dark humor. I'm feeling it, man. It's not the Randy humor.
Yeah.
Randy was never dark humor like that. She's like, well, she could still die or anything. I mean, but that's okay. I mean, they're different characters. But yeah, I like her. I just don't know if she's gonna live. I don't know if she's gonna survive sick.
I think she's one of the more solid characters. I really hope they don't.
She's like she's the Gen Z version of Randy.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed. But somebody's got to die, guys. It's got to be Chad or Mindy has to die, right?
Yeah.
One of them. They can't both live to go to 7. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, he could. I mean, they can do anything they want, but
yeah.
How cool would it be if Chad lived? I think it would be cool if Chad lived.
Chad
what a twist that would be. Yep.
And give him more of a character.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Let's get him a chance to actually have more lines and interaction.
I'd love to see the pack of Gail, Mindy, and Kirby.
Oh my God. I keep forgetting about Kirby. Yeah. I keep forgetting Kirby's coming back.
Yes, sir.
Dude.
Can you imagine the energy in those scenes?
I know. It'll be awesome.
I'll be eating the screen. I'll be eating the movie screen. People will be like, kick this guy out of here.
Our IMAX screen's going to be a little LCD. Get him out.
I'm like Pac-Man going up and down. Bum, 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 bum.
And let's not forget about my girl, Samara Weaving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Another powerhouse actor.
Powerhouse.
She has, though. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how big it's going to be, but I hope they made her last more than the opening. I want it to be.
I hope so too.
I really do.
She's got like a teacher dress on. Either that or she's working with Gail as like a younger news anchor.
Right.
Like a younger Gail Weathers competition. Yeah, that would be really cool.
What a great idea.
Especially it being the same that dress was identical to Scream 1's color.
Oh, good point.
Oh, yeah, it was like a Woodsboro musical or something, right?
Maybe.
That was a speculation.
Yeah. Broadway musical.
Yes, she's playing Gail in this play and wearing a dress, same identical color as her. I don't know. We'll see.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, Justin, coming back in with another $5 super chat. Justin, thank you so much. Didn't ring your stars close. Talk to me out dance, maybe. There we go. I'm done with him. It's over. I understood.
Yeah.
Now he says, do you think Radio Silence did that to us in Scream 5 with the Killers? Do we think
that they
did that with us? Help me out, guys.
I think somewhat, but I think it was done in more of a tasteful manner because that's like a real thing that's happening right now in Hollywood is fans like revolting back. So if they were doing it, they were doing it in quite a brilliant way, and I give them props for that because it was just such a smart way of doing that because most of us can relate to that feeling because of either us being let down by a franchise in the past before. So
right, and I saw directors getting death threats and whatnot, like Rian Johnson did, which is why the commentary is Rian Johnson directed Stab.
Yes,
Stab 8. Stab 8. Sorry, I lost my stabs there.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? Like I think that is exactly what that's what they're talking about. Is those toxic, fans? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, man, to send a director of a movie a death threat is that is just beyond.
What is wrong with people?
And look what happened to the actors. I forget Rose. I forget her name in real life, but Rose from Star Wars.
Oh my gosh, I know how terrible.
Horrendous.
Terrible.
And people leave all the time, and even the female Ghostbusters. You have like Leslie Jones that has to leave
social
media because of all threats, and it's like I could be upset about it, but don't get out of control here. I know.
Disgusting.
Crazy. Like,
I mean, these are actors playing characters. They're trying to put food on their families' tables. These are actors that are working job to job. These aren't, and
it's a tremendous bravery to put it out there as a performer and as an actor to put yourself on that line, but then to be, faced with that type of backlash, which is violent and threatening. Is just
it's terrible.
Makes you question why do you have a passion at this point to do it.
Yes,
and that's unfortunate. Someone can take that away from you.
Yes.
for something
very
stupid.
true. Very, very true.
You ruined my childhood.
I'm excited for Ryan Johnson's Knives Out too.
Absolutely.
December. I can't wait for that.
Along. Can we do
It's
watch
streaming, right?
Yeah.
Is it streaming?
Netflix. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Let's do it, Steven. I loved that first one. Let's rewatch the first and then go into the second.
Just in case you had nothing in November or December, whenever it comes out, just in case.
Love that.
December.
Now you do. You have something.
December.
There we
Because
go.
the first Knives Out is top notch, top shelf.
Dude,
Whodunit. That is
how awesome is that movie?
And Jamie Lee, yeah.
Oh my, how
man.
awesome!
Dude, I've seen that movie like 5 times, I think now, and I just love it. It is that is masterfully done. I said, as much as respect as I lost for Ryan for Star Wars 8, I gained all my respect back for him as a whodunit mystery writer.
Yes.
Stay out of Star Wars, but I respect the man. He's got talent.
He knows.
And if you don't think he has talent, watch Knives Out. You'll see the brilliance of how he can write.
Brilliant.
Absolutely. He's an amazing director, and
he did Breaking Bad.
Did he do Breaking Bad?
He did Ozymandias, which is like the highest rated episode of television ever. Outstanding.
Really?
Outstanding. Yeah, it has a 10 out of 10 on IMDb.
Wow.
And he's a very good director, and people forget that. They forget that because their judgment is clouded by Star Wars. And hey, I was pissed too, but I mean, come on, like don't just look at the negatives. Look at all the beautiful things that he's done,
Well, if you like Knives Out and you like that quirky type of sense of humor and that type of direction of how he directs. Anyway, sorry, that's redundant. There's a movie that came out in the early 2000s called Brick. And I highly recommend it. It has Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and it has, it's a wacky, fun, kind of a darker humor type thing, kind of like Knives Out. So that one, check it out.
I'll make a note of that right now, actually.
Yep.
Brick.
Yeah, we got to do this Knives Out.
Yeah, we do. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. Knives Out watch party. Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's like onion something or onions.
Glass onion.
Glass onion.
Glass
that's
onion.
It,
Yeah.
that's
a
the name of it,
Knives Out mystery or something like that.
With what's the actor's name again? Who plays the
guy?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
he's great. He was great.
Yes.
Yeah, he was great.
There's something I'm going to tell you in the after show or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Justin says, just to clarify, I don't think Radio Silence did that per se. They depicted YouTubers as dead meat, so we're cool. That's right.
That's right.
We are. But there's some really crazy people out there. Oh, for sure. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Justin. There are a lot of folks out there that unfortunately should just not be on social media. That's the way to say it. Everyone gives me crud for liking Knives Out. Hey,
you're hanging out with the wrong people.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
That movie's awesome. It is straight up really
kidding?
good.
That made it. Yeah, that was great.
It's top notch.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Looper was good too. Sorry, I did read ahead.
Looper was good. Yeah, Looper was good.
Oh, Looper, yeah. Real quick here for Justin, for your last super chat there, your most recent one. Let's go ahead and taste that biscuit.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
Oh, yeah.
I love the little things you add to that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Did you just do that?
Yeah, I did that live.
Oh, okay.
I did that live. I just unmute my mic. I'm just like vibing with it,
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you very much, Brett. Kelly says, "Hey, Craven, so happy to be here." Well, I'm happy you're here too.
I am too.
We all are. Jack, are you happy Kelly's here? Come on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right. I've watched it like 4 times. Okay. And Halloween Ends is growing on me. See, I've watched it 6 times, and I've said that phrase all weekend. It's growing on me. It's growing on me. Every time I watch it, I'm like, okay, I think I might be starting to vibe a little bit more and a little bit more. So, yeah, I'm with you. For the record, I love Scream 2022. Rock on. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Now, Craven, do you think it's growing on you, or do you think that your opinion of it's just becoming more solidified? Like, are you liking?
That's a good point.
Yeah. That's a good point.
You're accepting it more.
Yeah, you're just accepting it for what it is more, but you still have the flaws. You can still say, no, I still feel that what I thought was bad.
Yes,
it's still bad, but
that's a really nice way to. I mean, that's an interesting way to put it, Brett. I think
that's how it was.
That's more like it. I think that's more like it. I think it was. That's more like what's happening.
Yeah, that's what happened with you in Scream, the last Scream. So
yeah, it's like I'm still putting it at a 5 out of 10, which I did on Thursday night right after I watched it, but I'm getting more comfortable. Like I'm solidified. That's the word. I'm solidified in it, but I'm also, I think, enjoying and appreciating it for what it is more as I watch it more.
You take it on its own terms.
Yes,
but I mean, even still, it's still super flawed. But again, that Corey storyline, and again, the actor, you guys all said it. I haven't said it yet. That he was so good in that performance.
Rohan Campbell.
So good. And I just wish it wasn't a Halloween movie. I wish it was its own thing. So I think
if it was something else, like Corey's love story, or I don't even say that. Whatever the Corey still. It doesn't. If you just made that movie about that,
the character study alone, the way they wrote it was so good. Which, by the way,
just call it Haddonfield. Call it Haddonfield.
It doesn't have to be Haddonfield.
Yeah.
There you go.
It could be another. Make it completely original, so you can do your own.
That's true.
Series
Just totally original. Yeah.
But
yeah.
again, really fast with the Allison character. I just remembered this. It just drives me nuts. Again, when I said earlier, if my grandma that I went through all this stuff with told me this guy's evil, I would be out. She defends him, and then a couple scenes later, he's just like, "I killed someone," and she's all. Hold my hand.
Yeah.
Well, that was it. One of the wonky dialogue things for me was when she comes in and breaks his hand and says, "I'm not going to let this happen to you." Just the way it was like directed or delivered. I'm not sure what it was, but like it just was like. It just took me out of it, and I was like, "Wait a minute! Is this like a?" It felt like a cheesy moment from a Marvel movie. That was like the closest thing I could compare it to, where I just was like, "Oh, the like weird dialogue like that just like, I don't know, it didn't work for me." But I know what you're saying, Brett. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, Kelly brings up another point. She thought, I agree. Oh, we agree. All the actors were great. I agree with that, in their performances. But she said, I was thinking. If they made it a TV series for Corey, yes, that's exactly right.
So that's
the Stories of Haddonfield.
There you go.
Perfect.
I said that earlier that the first hour and 20 minutes is a really good pilot.
It is. It's a pilot episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like what The Walking Dead's doing now, Tales of the Walking Dead. Like it has an anthology show now in the Walking Dead universe. So
that would have been amazingly. I think we would all be saying, "Wow, what a powerful first episode."
Yes.
What a powerful way to start the series. Yes, it was great.
And Peacock needs a hit, so they should have done it.
There you go.
They should have.
Oh, well.
Denisha says, Craven, before I go, can we get a stew train, please?
Oh,
I could play a clip, but why do you want to play a record when you got the artist live? So
all right, we know what we'll do. We'll do a clap version of it.
We'll do a clap.
Okay?
There you go. Fair enough.
All right. Let me take this off. Okay, ready?
Yep, there you go, man. Don't forget the chickas.
On the stew train.
You can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't.
On the stew train, baby. We got Craven something scary on the left and I'm on the right.
Oh, wrong way.
I know.
I hate these fingers.
On the stew train.
Yeah.
Get your ticket on the stew train.
Get our tickets now.
You've got Craven something scary on the left and I'm on the right.
Yes.
Yeah. And the stew's on the right. And stew's on the right. Yeah. We got Craven something scary on the left and I'm on the right.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Live acapella. We were throwing in a little things here and there.
I heard.
Oh, you can hear us? Okay,
good.
It's funny. Weird singing without a guitar. It's like foreign to me. I'm like, ooh, this is weird.
That was great, man. So, Janisha, I hope you didn't leave. I hope you're able to hear it. And If not, everyone else got to hear it, and that was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
Well done, man.
Of course.
As always.
Wow.
And
I should
Kelly's-
find somewhere in my movie to put that just in the background, just secret.
You should.
If you hear it, you
Oh,
hear it.
dude,
Even though
that's
it's a different
awesome.
franchise, but yeah.
But you know what? You could bring the Scream universe into your universe.
Ooh.
So you got
Sequel
Ghostface.
time.
I'm saying Ghostface could be a
Yeah.
thing in your universe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good
Interesting.
idea. Yeah. He's like, I'm a
Yeah, you got-
purist.
did you
Don't
s-
make me dilute my movie.
No,
Yeah,
I'm thinking Will's turning like if I could put Easter eggs somewhere where like I don't know, Woodsboro's mentioned somewhere.
Yeah.
As a reference. Then I
Yeah.
think to myself, oh, we've wrapped production. I have to stop thinking of ideas.
Yeah.
Because now it's just like, oh, for the sequel, you know. So
Oh, good. Denisha was here. She got to hear.
Oh,
There you go.
good,
Thanks,
Denisha.
Jack. Love you. I'm
And
so
thank you,
glad to see ya.
Justin. Thank you, Justin, for the 421 subs now. Yeah.
Nice.
I hit 420 while on this stream earlier. I was like, ooh, perfect number.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, guys, please do continue. If you're here coming in late and you have not subscribed to Jack Stannis, he hasn't been on the channel in a couple of months. So some of you have joined since then. So this might be your first time seeing him on the panel. So please do subscribe, and to Brett James Bishop as well. These
And
guys,
Justin, I have another one. Just type in my name, Jack Stannis. That's my movie channel, which we're going to start doing some more live streams on.
Yes, we are.
I know that. I better go check it out. Hurry.
Oh,
I don't know. I have your other one. I didn't know you had
That's
another
true.
one.
Yeah,
really?
Jack Stannis and
Powerful Plant
Allies.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool. Maybe I did. I'll check it later.
All right. And
You're
Justin
just,
wanted
you're
to know
just
if
my
you guys.
favorite. You know what? So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Justin was wanting to know if you guys are on Twitter. Or...
I'm on there, but I'm not on there. If that makes sense.
I'm on there. It's Stannis 103, but I don't really post on there. But I do have it. If you want to tag me and stuff, I'll log on and repost it. So.
Nice. You're more active on Instagram, right, Jack?
Yes,
I see you on
yeah.
Instagram a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Instagram.
And
You
Brett's
just
on
type in my
Instagram
name.
also. You guys, they're both on Instagram. For
So I have my own. The real Brett James Bishop. I don't know why I had to put the real, but whatever. So
I used to have that, the real Jack Stannis. I used to have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone made fun of me one time. They're like, "No one's trying to be you." I was like, "Not yet." Oh,
Ah.
I'm just kidding.
We're always thinking towards the future, my friend.
Of course.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah. You got to get those handles.
Your
when they're
name is your
available.
biggest brand. Your
That's
name
right.
is your
That's
biggest
it.
brand. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
It's the
it.
shape of Halloween and that one too. So
There you
Yeah.
go.
Two different ones there. So I guess we'll end it here, guys. Let me just ask you last thoughts for now, not forever, because we got lots to say and there'll be lots more streams to come. But Jack, give me your final thoughts now on Halloween Ends as you are if you're 2.5 viewings. Where do you think you're at, and do you anticipate watching it more in the next week or two or not?
I'm curious to watch it again. I'm going to finish this half of viewing. Finish this half of viewing so I get to 3. And then maybe we should do a watch party on my channel eventually in the next couple weeks or so.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll watch it with you guys, and maybe I'll enjoy it because Zach doesn't like that stuff. He goes scream and that's it. So I was here watching it with my dog, and that's it. I'm just sitting here by myself, so maybe I'll like it more when I watch it with people. But as of right now, if I gave you the rating at 2.5 viewings, it's not a movie that I would look forward to popping in. I'm off today. Let's watch Halloween Ends. Yeah. It would be one of those movies that I would watch over a stream with other people to talk about. If you called me up tomorrow, Steven, and you said, "Hey, I want you on a live stream. We're going to watch Rob Zombie's 1 and 2. I would do it because I enjoy that, being with people and watching it. But I would never pop on those 2 movies by myself. That's just me. So.
Yep. No, I totally get it, man.
I like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some movies I'm the same way. It's like,
Yeah.
if we get together with a group, I'll watch it. Let's go watch it together and we could talk about it and stuff.
Yes.
If I'm just by myself in isolation.
Yeah. Well, that being said, this is not as bad as Zombies movies. I don't want you to take that away from what I'm saying, but you get what I'm saying. It's it's just not one of those things that I would waste another 2 hours of my life on that I need to. You know what I mean?
Right.
If it was with friends and it was meaningful in that way, absolutely, I'm down.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely. Sounds good. Brett, how about you, man? Do you plan to see it anymore? And what are your thoughts on it at this point?
I was actually gonna skip through it tonight, to be real with you, like just to kind of. I don't think I'll ever sit down and watch it from beginning to end just as a choice, but I'm definitely gonna. I just really like the Corey storyline. I don't know why. I just really like
Skip past all the Michael stuff.
Well, no, and I like all the Jamie Lee stuff. I mean, there's more in it that I think is more rewatchable. Like Halloween Kills. I know you guys are gonna, but maybe not Jack so much.
Okay,
but I've watched it once, and then the next time I watched anything on it was with Alonda Parker and her YouTube channel. She just watched it for the first time, and she just put it up there. So I watched through it, and I was able to be like, all right, but yeah, I just no desire. But this one I would watch again, maybe down the road. Let's put it that way. But for now, it'd just be kind of just skipping through and watching my favorite parts because
Sandra from Kills lived. Sandra lived from Kills, the light bulb lady.
I don't understand that. She
we're back. I guess. All right. I guess Stu is different. Stu is different. I heard people say. Different. I heard somebody said to me. I think it was one of your viewers. DM me. We were talking about it, and he's like, "Well, you thought that was weird, but you want Stu to come back." I was like, "Okay."
Not even close. That's
not even
the
close.
Neck artery cut. That's the way.
Yeah. To continue, sorry, now you're good. To continue my joke from earlier, that everyone's they're secretly listening to my ideas. That's the number one complaint I have from Kills is how mean spirited her death was, and how I just thought was just absolutely nasty. It's just a nasty. And so I actually was okay with her coming back.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, I feel like it softens it a little bit for me. So.
Yeah. But honestly, if I witnessed my Zach dying that way, I'd want to be dead too. I wouldn't even want to be here anymore. For sure. So that's what messed me up about Kills. Now,
here's the thing I want to point out with that really quick. I know we're wrapping, but you compared a Halloween kill to compared it to an actual real life experience.
Yeah.
You would never do that with anyone in H2O or anyone with
right.
That's my point.
Right.
They made it so realistic and so just
raw
that you just compared it to your actual life.
I thought of my grandmother, my grandparents. Yeah, I thought of my grandparents in that moment, and that thought alone disturbed me for weeks afterwards.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that word. It's very disturbing.
That's why I've slowly started backing away from horror movies because it's if it's that real. Mm-hmm. Like I like the old 80s stuff. I like the classic stuff. I've always loved Scream because it's just fun. It's like you have fun when you watch it. But when I watch movies like Kills, like I'm like I don't want to watch horror anymore if that's what it's going to be like, like I try to keep myself in a happy little bubble in this world. When I see real violent stuff like that, it messes me psychologically. It really does. Well, Kills destroyed me.
Well, I go back to what Wes Craven said that, Craven had on his clip is that we have these residential fears and horror films help you express those. But then when it's too real and it's, what I'm saying, then I think it just disturbs you more in those and it actually adds to those residential fears in a bad way versus being able to express it.
Well, that's it.
Out.
With Craven's stuff, I've never felt guilty. I actually felt guilty for weeks after. Yeah, I felt like I literally just watched two people die in front of me and I didn't do a damn thing about it.
Yeah. Okay, you just cracked it. I've been trying since I watched it last year to figure out how to word that. That's perfect. Yeah. Anyway, hi, Craven.
Hi.
Yes, I'm okay, Justin. I'm okay.
Thank you for that.
Brett and I are just trying to figure out our emotions here with that movie. We're trying to figure out what we felt about that Kills movie.
Obviously, neither one of them will be hosting a Kills watch party in the near future. We can
I did one with you though, Stephen. I promised you I would do it with you, and I did it. So there we go.
And I respected it when you had to get up and walk away. And come back.
I did.
Not look at
I walked away.
You did.
Yep.
That's all right.
I would say if Craven invited me to something like that, I respect you so much that I would sit through it. If you were like, I really want you there, I'd be like, all right, but that's your one.
I would too. No, if you asked me, Stephen, I would do it for you. Yes.
I know you both would be there without even hesitating, and I appreciate that.
I would just go pet my cat Dewey when all that other stuff is happening.
Exactly.
Just like yep, singing Red Right Hand to him.
That's right. I just text you like thumbs up, like you can come back. Thumbs up, sign to come back.
Oh, that's funny.
You did that. Remember you and Jackie were like, When I can come back, you were dancing on the screen. Yeah.
So funny.
It's great.
I would be like when she's sitting there like watching her husband being stabbed. I'd just be like, she lives. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, Jack. Don't worry, Jack. Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, but she can't speak anymore.
She can't speak. But she can. But at least she's alive. You know.
Yeah. I felt bad for Laurie in that scene, though. I have to say, like she had like her heart filled with love with Hawkins, and then she walks outside the store and just like. You saw like her trauma just come right back up. I like wanted to jump into the screen and give her a hug, you know, like it's not your fault, sweetie, it's okay.
But it wasn't Laurie's fault either, and I hated that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, it wasn't
Laurie
her
didn't
fault, you know.
that.
No, it's terrible. Yeah, it's very sad.
That's actually an aspect of this movie I did like that they
Yes.
went into the victim shaming, because that is so. And again, I don't know how this director is able to pick these themes that would be very more relevant in the year they're released versus when they're actually making it, you know, because each movie had those, you know, those movements. So
it's true.
Yep. It's perfect.
That's right.
If only could just come up with something a little bit better for this one.
And the whole flashing scene where like after the opening scene, Laurie had that monologue and was like, you know, for years, anytime somebody died on Halloween, we thought Michael was back. I love that. Like, that's like real. Like, people would really fear that. When the son of Sam was running around Queens, my father would tell me all the time, even after they caught him, you know, every time somebody else got shot in New York, they would be like, did we get the wrong person? Is the son of Sam really out there? You know?
Wow.
See, that could have been a really good Halloween movie if they would have just, focused, you know what I'm saying? Separate these two.
Exactly.
Have one focus, Michael and Laurie, the other one, Corey.
Yes. I love you too, Scott. Thank you.
Justin says, you guys are great. You should all do some sort of meetup at a horror convention.
Ooh,
you know,
I would love that.
One
day.
day.
Meet us or for us to meet each other?
I think for the three of us to get together. I think.
Well, I'll try to have a movie premiere next year.
Ooh.
I am having a premiere, so I'll see if we can figure that out.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'll come to Texas for you, Craven.
I'll come to your house. We'll premiere it in your living room.
In your living room.
That's fine too. No, we are actually so far. We're gonna have screenings in Utah, and we're also in Idaho now.
Already. Nice.
So I mean, it's
Very
little,
cool,
it's
man.
small.
Come to Arizona. Come to Arizona.
You know what? One of our biggest backers is in Arizona, and she's one of my best friends, and that really could be a real deal. Anyway, we will talk.
Okay, let me know. Let me know.
Very cool, man. Wish you luck with that for real.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It's fun. Hopefully, it's good.
Yeah,
I'm sure it will be.
You guys talked a lot tonight about how like remakes, like you couldn't. That'd be like blasphemous to do a remake. The whole time I'm over here like.
I'm ready. I'm ready for a Halloween remake. After it ends, I'm ready for a remake.
You know, that's the great thing is we've got a new Halloween movie coming next year.
That's true.
The Shape of Halloween. So we don't even have to wait.
There you go.
This is what I'm telling everyone. This is what I'm telling everyone. Let it end this year. Let it begin next year.
There we go. There we go.
That's right.
I love it.
And that'd be so far removed from this release time that this will be far back in the past. It'll be months ago. We'll be ready for like a fresh taste. Like this is all in the past. And we'll still talk about ends, but it's not going to be so much anymore. It'll be
it's a completely different thing, and that's something that someone asked me. They're like, if you're doing, since your mind's kind of in the Halloween world, like the '78 story, if you want to say that, they're like, how did that bleed into what you thought with Halloween Ends? I'm like, two completely. That's like talking about seeing a Superman movie, a real Superman movie, but you're making a Smallville film. You know what I'm saying? Like two different timelines that don't even know each other. So
yeah. For sure.
That's good.
Rock on. Well, guys, I think we'll call it here and time. And it's almost 4 hours. This has been an amazing night.
I know, Steven, you got the tired wisp in your voice. I can tell when you're getting tired.
Really?
You have that that certain whisper. No, it's not bad. I can just tell. I'm like, oh, Steven's wrapping up.
Yeah, I think we'll call it night. But we still have 35 people here even at this time, and that's amazing. You guys are awesome for sticking with us so long today. But this was so much fun. And Jack, man, dude, it's been like so great to have you back, dude. This has been fun.
Nuts.
And I got to be here for it. That's amazing. You're great.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Brett, it's always a pleasure to have you, Brett. As you know, always a pleasure. But Jack, and we definitely got to hook up, man. We got we got to get together soon now. I don't want to go
Yes.
2 months and then
No, I know.
get
Yeah, that
back
won't
together.
happen.
We're gonna make
Yeah.
that happen.
I'm ready to
So-
jump back in. So yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
man.
All right, sounds good.
And everyone, and I'll meet you guys backstage, so don't head anywhere yet. But everyone in the chat, please again subscribe to both of these amazing guys. And my guest earlier, the Night Watch Zone, and I Like Scary, links in the description of this video. All you gotta do is go to the description where it says more, click more, it drops down, and all of their channels are there. Just click a link it, and it takes you right to them. So please do so, and be sure you give this video a thumbs up before you head out. We're at 87. We're 13 from goal. We almost hit our goal of 100 tonight. We came so close. But I know what'll happen when this goes into replay mode. There'll be new folks watching this tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're going to hit that 100. I think we'll still hit it.
Yeah.
But 87's not too bad. It's close to goal. So
yeah.
Thank you all for your super chats. Everyone's generosity tonight was so wonderful. Thank you all for that.
Always, yeah.
And I appreciate everyone that was here earlier, later, now,
tomorrow.
Doesn't matter. Tomorrow, whenever. Exactly. I appreciate all of
That's
that.
only 11:23 right here by me.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
So see, whenever it is, yesterday, tomorrow, or today.
Yes, yesterday here. It's yesterday. Yep, you're right. It's yesterday.
Tomorrow. It's so literally.
Oh,
3
yeah.
different days. That's right. And we'll appreciate that. We appreciate it. So, all right, guys. On that note, we're going to call it a night. I will be back on Wednesday for my. Actually, I got a special stream happening. 2 of them. One of them is on the Night Watch Zones channel at 5:30 Central. We're watching a movie, Stage Fright. First time watch for an old 80s slasher who done it. Come over and watch the movie with us. It's going to be a blast. And then that night at 9:30, I'm doing a special Wednesday night stream, which I normally don't do. But my guest is Master Chaos TV, who just finished his movie, Headless Horseman, which is an Asylum film. You know, the Asylum Studios. And he's going to come on. He wrote and directed the movie. And it's going to be premiering soon.
Amazing.
You're going to start hearing all about it.
What's the name
out.
of it?
It's called the Headless Horseman.
Oh, Headless Horseman.
And it's his own. He wrote a story on his own take of the Headless Horseman. And the trailer is now out on YouTube. You can watch it, the Asylum trailer for it. And comingsoon.net's done a nice article about it.
Oh,
and he
neat.
premieres. So check it out, guys. We're going to talk about his new movie.
Nice.
And all about the filming process and everything else that went into it. So Wednesday night, 9:30 Central Time. I don't have the stream set up yet, so I know you're probably going there and saying, "Where is it at?"
It's Jose, right? That's his name, Jose. Yeah, Jose. Yeah, okay.
Jose is it? And then he goes by Master Chaos TV. And friend of the channel, I've had him on a couple of times. I've been on his channel a couple of times. And this tomorrow morning, I'll be setting up the stream for Wednesday night, so you'll be able to see it. But make sure you're there, guys, for this very special Wednesday night stream. Yeah.
That's
It's gonna be great.
awesome.
It's going to be a ton of fun.
I'm looking at the trailer right now. It looks great.
Yeah, it's a great looking trailer. It really looks good. I'm very excited to see
Nice.
the movie. You guys check it out. I'll be premiering the trailer. He's actually sent me the trailer file and some artwork. So on Wednesday night, I'll be playing the trailer on the stream as we're actually watching it, like we did Brett's video earlier.
That's what I'm saying, man. You're starting to branch out there with these things. That's
Yeah,
good. That's
yeah,
cool.
man.
He's going to be producing soon. Steven's going to get executive producer credit soon.
Hey, now you're
Can
talking.
you imagine a Craven something scary like logo opening?
Oh, yeah.
like in a movie?
It's going to happen. It'll happen.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Craven something scary productions or
Yeah,
films.
like put your door
Yep.
in there, but like get it all animated original.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Be amazing, bro.
Uh-oh.
Yes. You know, from small acorns to mighty oaks grow, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, you never know, man. I tell you, it doesn't hurt to know people and be able to have relationships. That's always nice, you know, to get to know people and that are doing things. And
it's always better to have the friendships too.
friendships, and,
yeah.
and that's so important. So yeah, I'm very excited about
That's so cool.
about the interview on Wednesday night with Jose. We're gonna have a good time. So come check it out. And until then, my friends, and the panel guys, I'll see you backstage. For you in the live chat, thank you so much. We'll call it a night. Good night. See you next time.
Good night.